forget. You cannot do it there?
Yeah, I can do it.
So guys, what's happening? All well? Yesterday was a good day, Holy. How many of you played or not played? Not played. Why? We should allow you to play in the campus today, right? Okay, after 5:30 we'll allow you. Huh? Yesterday not holiday many places, right?
No, not all
All companies. Even education institutes, they're not holiday. Here in the south. North, it's almost. So what class you had in the morning? What day? Post-stitching. Sanjay sir.
Not Sanjay sir.
Oh.
I think he is. You remember?
I cannot recollect both of you. You attended the classes early. So you've grown your bird, huh? What about you, ma'am? So I can see that. Good afternoon. How are you guys? So that is it. Now I'm concerned about that person. So much we covered in the first session, right? 2 sessions.
First session or 1 session.
But you are on online? You joined now?
She is new.
New, okay. Just take. Thank you, guys. You are all outstanding students, na? You are not a fresh student. You are not a fresh student, right? And you know, I don't go to teach MBA students more. Very rarely I teach them. Fresh students. Because they require a different kind of. Them also, if at all I teach only when they come to 3rd semester. First semester I don't teach. It's difficult. See, you people's wavelength and my 11th matches. You got my point? Our wavelengths are, we are all by and large corporate guys, so we know the wavelength. They will be freshers. By the time they come to 3rd semester and all, yeah. Let's wait till time is not there. 1:30. So you take my number. You can't contact me so that I'll brief you a little bit, right? Where are you staying? Nearby? Where are you? I know Ramakila. Before Hebal. Yeah, it's almost around. Yeah, 99021. All of you can take. But please come on WhatsApp. If you just call me, I will not pay. 21 66 853. My name, I don't know. 99021 66 853. You have to figure out my name. I'll not tell you. Okay. What about you? I thought you were also doing first time. Today. Online class, not. So you are not. You are not even not even online. No, I think we have to understand. I think the groups are combined, na? A and B section. Will it be possible practically? I need to understand with them. Because you have a different class, they will have a different class, right? I'll talk to Rajan sir tomorrow. Because you cannot have you have different class, they have a different class, and I want presentation in the class. Practical. Sense, and then each one of us learn from other person. Na? As I told you, last time, all of you are going to do presentation from Harvard article, or at the most, I am on them. Nothing less than. That is a standard we'll set in. So if 12 articles prepared by all of you, 12 or 14, depending on the number of groups, and each one of you listen even partially also, yeah. If not with full concentration, you pick up some 15 articles, some information, it's a big learning. One, the group is going to prepare it serious because only one article, 6 people. But only thing is other people should listen. Listening is a very difficult task, you know that. It's very difficult. But if you listen it, you've done a great job. In one class, 20 articles on Harvard you are learning means. How many articles so far you read in your life?
Started now.
Not only that, it doesn't happen. Articles. So it's the same way, if you have 10 courses, if 10 faculty pushes you to study even 10 articles. At the end of the day, once you complete, you have read 100 articles. You can imagine how much knowledge you will gain, no? 100 articles of Harvard or Ahmedabad at high level standards. Even not fully, something from each article you pick up. Sorry? No, that obviously. No, that I made it. I had discussion with their A section in the morning. We discussed about the presentation. I made them simple, only 5 template, 5 PPT slides, not more. When you read article, you don't come with 20 slides. I will not accept it. Only 5. One is what is the title you can write down. Other people are not there. You can tell them. We can use the time. How we are going to make the presentation? First slide is your title, whichever article. For example, value creation. The title is value creation in HR, HPR. Which month, which year, all those details you give it. The first slide. Okay. The second slide is, what is it about? What is the objective or content in this article? For example, this article talks about how HR can create value. Or this article talks about how HR can create competitive advantage. How a wrong PMS system can mess up the morale of people. You know, this could be an article you must be reading probably, you know. What is the best strategizing way to have an employee engagement system? Whatever the objective of the article, you put it in the second slide. Okay. Third and fourth, put the facts. There you write whatever stories you want to write. Third and fourth. Okay. Fifth is you put a conclusion. Again, what did you conclude out of this? Sixth is your learning. Learning again could be by reading this article, we know clearly what are the methods, approaches can be used to create a HR as a value system, or how can we create an effective PMS system, or how can we make a employee engagement more relevant. So just skip how many slides I told you? Only 6. Don't add more than 6 and please tell everybody. For the group project. I'm making both. I think some faculty given one individual and group. I will try to keep both group because I don't want to give you so much which you will not be able to do. Let's give a target which is doable by you. Okay. But even if you do as a group, I'm okay with it. Clear? It's only 6 slides. So now the strategy is that how do you learn and pick up the points there? It may be 15 page, 20 page, don't get carried away. They will also write a lot of stories. If you keep this thing in mind, these are the points I have to look for, you'll get the points from. In the second reading, with this framework, you'll be able to underline, oh, this is the point I have to pick it up. Because otherwise, the one case study I'm going to give you Southwest next time, it is 25 page. If I have to make that case study, I'll make it in 2 or 3 page. But they put a lot of stories and facts and masalas into that. That's it. Key sentence and any model, any schemes, any practices they given. That's all we are supposed to become. Not the stories. You don't have to get lost with the stories, right? That is what you have to learn in life. See, these are the learning, which we call it subject learning goal and general learning. What is subject learning goal? You learn about how HR can add value. You learn about how to create an effective performance system. You learn about how engagement system can be maximized employee engagement. These are subjective learning goals. What is general learning goals? how I can write concise and crisp. That's a general learning. Where it comes from the course itself. You're getting my point. But you guys and the faculty, we are not very focused that way. If you go to the Harvard and all, they're very clear. This is what your subject learning goal. This is what your general learning. And to a large extent, these Ivy League schools, they concentrate more on general learning goals. You know, at the end of the class, this class, are you able to pick up any 100-page article, able to visualize, conceive, and write it in 3 pages? Don't you think it's a big learning? You are learning not only to understand the subject of HRM, you are learning to get your competency holistically overall. So I was also wondering why these Ivy League schools are concentrating only on general learning goals. Why not subject learning goals? Our Indian historical system is we concentrate more on subject learning goals. Correct. But those guys their assessment is primarily on general learning goals. Now I understand, especially MBA student, when you are going to grow up, God's grace, all of you should reach at the age of 35 top level position. Otherwise, you cannot reach. You know that, na? Good and bad for you. Good is you can make your career at the age of 35. You can be a senior guy. And if you cannot make it, you can never make it. Then though your retirement starts at the age of 40 itself. You know, it's difficult, you know. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Maximum 35 to 40, you have to be a leadership position. Maximum. That's also, I think, too much. Come. Previously, it used to be 35. Now, the way it looks like at 30 itself, you become you have to be a leader, or you accept yourself, I'm a Babu. You know Babu, na? Qualified assistant, supporting staff, and this kind of things. Whatever designation you'll get it, but you'll not get paid. So, keeping that in view, what makes you successful there? Your competencies. And where does the competency comes from? Through general learning goals. So, what are those general learning goals which you have to learn from any subject? Like I said, what you are going to learn through Harvard. Not that whatever discovery or subject, that's one part. Suppose you've taken about a value creation. There's a lot of articles in HPR on value creation by HR. So they are saying that how HR can create value, what are the methods used by the HR professionals to create value. All those things you are learning one side. The other side, what I'm saying that, are you able to read that 15-page and summarize it to 1 page? Which means your conceptual skill, conceive that, take it as just a point of view and convert it into your own conviction. That's what more important. Today, Narendra Modi is what is his major advantage? His communication skill, right? He's able to get the right terminology, right jargon. Right? I'm not supporting him or anybody. Okay, don't misunderstand. But what if you study many leaders' competencies? Every leader we have to read, not only him. But his competency, which I'm saying, is that he is he gets the right terminology, right phrase, and very effectively will talk that one word. Correct. So you guys, when you want to become a leadership position, competence is really going to make a lot. So when it makes a lot, why not? Who is teaching? We have to learn along with the subject. Which most of us, hello, online students, am I audible? Come on.
Yes, Professor, you are.
We are audible, right? No sound from you guys, so I thought. What did we discuss so far? I mean, we before we talking subject only, we got into subject, right? I thought hello to all of them. You were offline students, we tracked into subject, right? Okay, so that is how I want you to, even each assignment should make it. And the other thing, I don't know whether I told you guys, what's the difference between you guys and the guys who are studying in a good Ivy League schools like I am Ahmedabad? What is it? If you see, subject almost same. 90% the curriculum would be almost the same, maybe 10% here and there, specialization. The faculty also you've seen, it's not that they have a great faculty, we don't have a great faculty, probably equally good. Maybe they have a different background, here we have different, but as far as executive MBA, I can vouch for you, you have the best of the faculty because they've drawn majorly from the industry guys too. Then what is the difference? If you are matching two things, curriculum is by and large same. Resource material is available everywhere. You can go to MIT's. You can go to MIT Sloan School of Management, go open course where every article is available. You go to Coursera, you can get embellished with something else like that. Okay, the play field is same, almost. Now, why you cannot be colored to? What is that lacking from me or you to get that level is only this issue. If you end up studying 100 case studies, you are through. They study around 200 case studies in 2 years' time. Case study or Harvard articles kind of. Apart from whatever faculty teaches in the course content and all, to the exercise and all, there it's rigorous. There, for example, your attendance say 75%. And you come to the class, you say that physically is present. He will not get presence if I know that he has not come prepared to the case study to raise the class. The faculty comes and asks question, or even they have a technology, immediately within 1 second, minute, or overall answering their question. Meaning they are putting that rigor into you, that you are there 2 years means put your heart and soul. So study thoroughly and come back to the class. So you imagine 200 cases or 200 articles of study. All those articles are based on experience and consultancy based articles, not a simple theory, like physics or chemistry, same thing. So if you end up learning that kind of thing, please, if not 200 girls, even 100 you attempt, let's attempt. Even out of 100, you don't have to worry that I have not learned everything. Nothing to worry. That's again is another strategy. If you pick up 20 page, you don't worry about, my God, it takes time, I'm not able to, don't get into that. 5 points you pick up from that, more than enough. Normally, we lose our own confidence by reading, those guys' language would be different. Even I was preparing for this WACSP accreditation. I was a director at IFMB school. The WACSP accreditation is the highest accreditation in the education level. Okay. This is done by the American agency. They give 11 standards. These are the 11 standards you have to comply with it to become a WACSP. So when I have to read that language, their style of language is totally different. When I spend a lot of time midnight, I given to a lot of my faculty, they lost patience. Then I sat it night and night. I said, nothing simple. I can make it too, the way I make it simple for you, I can make it too simple. But the way they documented it was too difficult. So now your strategy is, your skill is, don't get carried away. Don't get into the trap. Don't worry. You will easily get it. If you are going clarity, this framework. What I said. What we do in research methodology is the same thing. When you are going to do a project, what do we do in research? Whether it's an MBA dissertation or a PhD or even McKinsey, what they does do it. Why McKinsey? McKinsey, all of you know, they are not number one consultant, business consultant. What they do is basically research methodology. What is the research methodology? You come up with a title, like for example, whatever you want to understand. Like, well, what is the title? Say for example, what this best HR practice, IT industry, for example. You do that kind of thing. Now, how will you do it? You study 10, 15 books, take a summary of it, put it, which we call literature survey first chapter. Second chapter would be what? What methodology I'm using? I will study 20 books. I will take some question. I'll go through some journals. Okay. Second. Third, I will design some questions. 200 people are working for Wipro, Infosys, and all this kind of thing. Right? So I make a questionnaire which are available, or otherwise make it. Which HR practice has done, which practice you like it, this and that. You take it and give it to them, get the data, analyze through some data, statistical tool, SurveyMonkey and things like that are ready-made available, or SPSS is easily available. Put the data there, it's concluded. So what you are saying is, I'm empirically concluding based on that one, which means I defined a problem, collected data to analyze the problem, I concluded. That is research. That is all your problem. Any of your working, tell me. Whether you are in marketing, supply chain, production, HR, anywhere, you tell me whether this model cannot solve it. Or raise it, I'll prove it right now here, how this model can do. And that's the only. What is this guys are doing? Nothing but research methodology. What you say common sense has to be proved through an empirically data collected, analyzed and concluded. That is research. Like for example, you say that a lot of Bangalore people who are getting mostly 10 lakh rupees salary, not high, not low, are tend to buy 10 lakhs worth of car. It's a common sense, right? Oh, those guys are mostly youngsters are there between 35 and their salary ranges around say 5 to 10, 12 lakhs, and they're likely to buy a car worth of 10 to 12 lakhs, which is a common sense, right? And how do you prove it correct? You meet such people. Suppose 1 lakh people are living with such people in Bangalore. You try to meet at least 1,000 people through a questionnaire, get a data. Do you buy? Which car you buy? All those things. That data statistically analyze. then it becomes a empirically proven. Yes, correct. It's not hypothetically common sense one. It is empirically proven that it is bought by these people, then to part. So that gives an inference to the company on. Oh, here there's this much scope for us to launch this kind of car or this color of the car. So if you get into systematic framework, everything's done. Okay, now let's get into the topic. Now, what is that clear? I don't know what all we talked about. We talked about your basically your general learning goals, how you can even improve your general competencies, abilities, which is going to take care of a lot. Now, last class we talked about HR starts before. Correct. If HR starts before, that HR can really make a difference to the organization. If HR is going to start not before, HR is just a ad hoc kind of approach, not an inclusive, total, holistic kind of approach. If you want HR to contribute inclusively, holistically, 50% of the job should be done before the HR normal function starts, like selection, recruitment, things like that. This is what we concluded last time, right? In that, and also we talked last time, most of us, we know that initial job. At an MBA student initially also, you guys also when you change a job, or even later people come also, 50% of the time, they are not happy. The employee is not happy that I have been put into a job which I have not expected. This is not the job they explained to me. And the employer is also not happy. Oh, we thought this guy in an interview was doing like this, now he's not doing that. So this happens 50%. Now, all the more it becomes more difficult now. No, there's no Indian company. Everything's global. Previously we used to talk Indian company, the company has to be global, international, multinational. Now, which company is not global? Tell me, any of your companies where you are working. Every company is global, right? Take Infosys, Wipro, TCS, take any company, for example. Mahindra and Mahindra. Take any company, take pharma company, Pfizer or anybody, Dr. Reddy. Which company is not global or multinational? Correct. Previously, maybe 20 years back, 90% of the companies are Indian. Maybe one or two companies, those based there, multinational. Because now, whichever company you are working, it's multinational. It's a global, whether you like it or not. In that case, the movement has to take place. Suppose TCS. TCS, say for example, Indian-based company. You are working in TCS here. TCS got this thing, company in US subsidy. You are going to work from here there. Okay, parent company. And there is guy from US himself is also coming to work there. And there is a guy from UK also coming to work there. Correct. Are you getting my point or not? I don't know whether I explained to you this concept last time in the class. Every company is a global. Every company is a multinational, international, or global, whatever you call it, to some extent. So this one example is that TCS or Infosys, Indian company, they have a subsidy or branch in US. Indians are going to work from here. You become an expatriate. Okay. The local guys are also coming to work there. They are the host country employee. Third country, somebody from UK is also coming to work. Now, the expatriate failure is more than 40 to 50%. Except that the US guy is working for our US company of TCS, the guy who goes from India, the guy who has come to work from UK to there, and the guy who's worked from US also, he is not expatriate. All the three-level people, if you don't work on the job analysis, job description, KRA, KPIs, attitudes, mentality clear, once he goes there as an HR expert. The need is for a best HR expert for a TCS company in US. He's supposed to know the best HR practices. He's supposed to know work on people sort, all those kind of things. But this guy has been very good in IR. Though he named himself as an HR guy, he did his MBA HR. He worked for 10, 15 years. He can speak very good English, but his exposure has been some recruitment, some IR. So there's a mismatch. So this guy is not able to work, come back because there's a mismatch. And the local guy who comes, probably he has got worked in more in technology-oriented HR. That company also needs more of a process-oriented or RIT-oriented, it doesn't work in. So the third country guy is nowhere. So whether you are working in India or outside, the job itself, we have to be very clear. So before starting the HR, we have to be very clear about job analysis, job description, KRA, KPA. All of you must have heard about KRA, KPA in the company. Today, we try to conclude this 4. If this 4 is done very well, your HR takes off. If this 4 is not taken care of, HR cannot take care of. Now coming to job analysis, what do you mean by job analysis? Why do we need job analysis? Accountability, okay. Online students, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now with all the back,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now with all the background, what do you mean by job analysis? Why do we need job analysis? As I said, we started the topic now. Before actual formal HR starts, these are the basic fundamental HR activities have to be taken care of so that HR can really take off and give you the desired output. Now, when we talk about that, there are 4 concepts which I want you to learn today. Job analysis, job description, KRA, KPA, in an experiential manner, not theoretical. We have to work out for, in fact, I had your A section. We worked out for 3-4 positions on this one. Okay, now what do you mean by job analysis? Any guess? And I told you the reason is that most of the failure is there due to role clarity, job clarity is not there. Since there is no job description clear, job analysis clear, your interview also goes for a task. Because if you know the job requirement is something, you will ask question accordingly. Not that you have to ask that question under their authority. You ask all the question, but you miss the main question. What's the job requirement? What is the job hazard? What the guy is going from here? He should know which kind of job he's getting into, which kind of challenges he'll get into, what kind of hazards he's getting into. Not that once he goes, then he finds out. Then expatriate failure 50% means the company has to pay through those, which we cannot do. Not only he is going and coming in salary and all. The job itself lasts 6 months. Now, what is job analysis? So job analysis primarily needed to make the employee has got two approaches. One is that he must be very happy, easy to work. He must have a role clarity. He should know the good guidelines. He should know where he gets into. He should happily come and work. Okay, if he does it, all those things, then automatically will help in achieving the KPI of achieving the company task, targets, projects as per the budget and planning and things like that. Okay, instead of we are doing this thing, we are concentrating on this one. Your KPI is like this, your career like this. Your career KPI is very well understood. It is based on the company's budget, projection, expansion plan. It is cascaded down from everything. It's very well accepted. But to do that, the leading indicator, what is the lagging indicator? This guy has to be made the selection, and plus his role clarity should be made compatible. He is bound to be successful, 90%, 10%, 20%. Here you are not making any provision for that, but you are ready to give him the one sheet of KRA KPI. So now job analysis means that one is that we make the employee's role clarity so clearly. No, not only employee. Job analysis start with first the job itself. Job description talks about the person who is going to talk about it. For example, to make it short, suppose a job analysis of marketing management. What could be the job analysis of marketing management? What could be the job description of marketing management? Though I have written here in HR, marketing is more comfortable with all of you, right? Hello guys, marketing management is more comfortable with all of you. Online. Online students, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are talking about, we are trying to work out a practical job analysis for a marketing management and practical job description for a marketing. Okay, this is all we are going towards to get into the right kind of role clarity at the end in KPA, which makes for the employee love and fun. I know the job. I've been clarified. I know my competency. I'm fitting in with it technically, compatibly, culturally. So I'm not going to be failure because I'm confident. I know the job, right? So now when you talk about job analysis, I said job analysis doesn't talk about the person. He's going to be my marketing manager. When I come to talk about him, I'll talk about my job description. Before he has come in, there is a job of marketing management available for, say, for example, which company? You take any company. Which company you want to take? Automobile, pharma company, or any company you take. So there is a position available for in my company, in my marketing department. There's a marketing management job is available. And what is the job is about? Not the person. Okay, what is the job? Marketing manager job. Which company you want to take? Pharma, automobile, which company you want to take? Let's take practical. Come on, which automobile? Okay, there's Hyundai has got a marketing manager job. Okay, what is the job entail? Job analysis means you can take a note if need be. Job analysis means what the job entails. What is the job constitutes of? What are the constructs of the job? What the job entails? What are the constructs of the job? What are the elements involved in the job? Okay, got it. Now, as usual in our class, there has to be a theoretical framework to do this. The theoretical framework is when I talk about marketing manager for an automobile manager, what is the job? What is the knowledge requirement for the job? Okay, you write down what is the knowledge requirement for the job. 2, what is the skill requirement for the job? 3, what is the competencies or abilities required for the job? First is what is the knowledge requirement for the job? What is the skill set requirement for the job? What is the competencies and abilities required for the job? Let's have a framework. I mean, before I just little drivers. Take a driver. Driver is going to drive a i10 or a Hyundai, whichever car. Or the driver is going to drive a Audi. Both the drivers are same. Driving is same, right? Or the guy who's going to drive an Audi or the guy who's going to drive a truck. Is it same?
No, they are different.
They are different, right? They are not different, much more different. It's a driving, word is driving. But the difference is much more, right? I'm not saying anything is better, anything is lower. I mean, driving, and similarly, you may not be knowing, I got to know when my ex company, we had a small air charter also. You know, normally if you have a small aircraft, 4-seater, 6-seater and all this kind of, when you have to recruit a pilot, suppose somebody applies from Air Force, 45 years man with 15 years of experience, middle-aged man, flown all those aircraft, commercial, big aircrafts. Will you go to recruit him or not? Huh? Why? Somebody saying yes, somebody saying no. Why? Okay. Yeah. You're saying something online, guy. But the question is, pilot. You know, I have a 4-seater, 6-seater, 12-seater pilot aircraft. It's a small aircraft, and there is a vacancy for a pilot. And the guy who retires means middle age, not 60, maybe 40, 45, 10, 15 years of flying experience. He's come out from Air Force. He's applying for the job. Will I take him? And his competitor is one more civil guy who hardly worked for 2-3 years. He is also applying for the job. Out of these two, whom I will select? Why I will select? Second one, why? Huh? How does it make commercial flight? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, somehow you people are coming to that. See, the aircrafts are the bigger aircrafts. Landing is relatively easier. The smaller aircraft, landing is much more challenging. Okay, the skill set for landing a smaller aircraft is much more challenging than landing a bigger aircraft. This guy can be easily upgraded to the bigger aircraft. That guy cannot be upgraded to smaller one. So you see, he's got into that. One is difficult, and two, his attitude also will. One, his attitude also, no? Hey, I've been flying that so high. What is that you guys are trying? So this all comes when it comes to job analysis. So now come to the where we started is marketing management automobile. Now we talked about what job analysis theoretical means. Now we have to answer all these three questions. What is the knowledge required? What is the knowledge required for that job, not that person? When we talk about person, then we are getting into job description. And what is the skill set? What are the first, let's get into the knowledge. What is the knowledge requirement? The job marketing manager of an automobile manager post vacant in, for example, Bangalore. You have to write a job analysis. How will you write it? And for that, I given you 3 format also. List down knowledge, list down skill set, list down competencies. What is that?
Product knowledge is the one.
Sorry?
Product knowledge is the one.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
And second one, maybe he should know how to reach out connectivity.
Can anyone of you write down? Product knowledge and connectivity.
And maybe the third one is his ability to manage the people, because he is a manager. He has to manage his subordinates.
Just to manage. Management is knowledge or skill? Managing
It's a
people.
skill.
I'm talking about first knowledge.
Okay.
Then we'll go to skill, then we'll go to competence. 3 levels. Okay, writing about knowledge, I can give you a hint. Again, get into framework. Every time get into framework CC. What Philip Kotler talks about 4P, you already studied that class, right? Marketing management. What he talks about? This position requires knowledge about the product, knowledge about the competition, knowledge about the consumer who is going to buy. Correct or not? What are the 4 P's? You already gone, how many marketing classes you gone through? They taught you, right? Only when the 4 P they have not covered? Kotler. Huh? Kotler. Okay, no problem. Kotler talks about 4 P, simple. Product, pricing, promotion, distribution. Now they have added 3 more also, but we don't know. Philip Kotler has been talking for a long time. He is a marketing guru. Even today that holds good. At least I believe if any business sticks to this 4, they cannot fail. Have the right product. The product should have worth in it. The pricing should be right. The product promotion should take right properly. They do a lot of promotion advertisement without having a product features. They have a lot of product, they don't advertise properly. They don't have this thing. Product, worth, pricing, promotion, and distribution. You make it available, people once use it, next time you go, it's not available. So these 4 P's. Now taking that shelter when this position marketing management, because why we read all marketing management? To take into business, right? Otherwise, what is the point of reading MBA and marketing management, Philip Kotler and all those kind of things? So the first knowledge for this position is knowledge about product, consumer, competition, and the trends in marketing management of automobile industry. Is it a knowledge? Now validate whatever statement I said. Is it a knowledge? It's a skill or this thing. Knowledge about product, knowledge about customer, knowledge about consumer, knowledge about the trends happening in the automobile industry globally. That's one knowledge. What could be the second? Let's take out at least three knowledge, 3 skill set, 3 competencies. What is the second one? What could be the second one? Huh? No, knowledge itself, it's not enough, right? You give at least 3 knowledge. One knowledge, though I put it, another thing you have to learn, all of you, general learning course. You must be able to make big things into concise, small matters. Like we put it in one small sentence. Knowledge about product, customer, consumer, and global trends. It's small, concise, it takes in. This is what you have to learn. But you take it different, you should know the business, you should know this thing, then it goes nowhere. The moment you learn conceptually the skill, nobody can beat you from success to the leadership level, I can tell you. And which is a very difficult one. If you consciously practice it, you'll get through it. I call it small is beautiful. I call it conscious working and a conceptual consciously working. Okay, now 1. What could be other 2 more knowledge you can add? This position requires, like I said, truck driver needs to work on night.
Maybe knowledge about the user profile, where what product is it and where it fits.
Okay. We covered everything here. Knowledge about product, customer, competition, consumer, everything we covered.
Okay.
Market also. Okay. Now we take it. Next point. Knowledge about the market, market share, market segment. Knowledge about market share, market segment. That is 2. Okay. Though slightly this taken the first. Okay. We'll take market share, market segment separately. What is STP? 4 P's you know, no? I explained you 4 P, understood, right? Definitely they cover you in the next class. What is STP? Segmenting, targeting, positioning. Segmenting, targeting, positioning. Meaning by this guy should know where I'm going to segment, which market, where I'm going to target, how I'm going to position my product. This is the knowledge, right? Once he has got knowledge, then we will strategize it. If you don't have a knowledge, how will you strategize it? How will you work out an action program? So the job requires knowledge about STP, in particular about automobile industry. Knowledge about STP in general, and particularly about automobile industry. This is third, right? Okay, now the fourth one. It's going well, okay, now all of you? What is the fourth knowledge? Which you guys should know, you are all youngsters. You are using every time mobile. Today marketing is more on digital and social media. If this guy is like me, still talks about traditional things, will you be able to take care of it? Knowledge about digital and social media impact. So now again summarize, you understood what is job analysis, what is a construct, what is the entails and the job, not the position. In that there are three levels needed: knowledge, skill set, abilities. That's another framework. Knowledge also we got into the framework of using the marketing professional knowledge available through Philip Cotter and all. Now come to the skill set.
Sir,
yeah.
Just wanted to interrupt
No,
here.
no, please go on. Please go. No interruption.
Yeah. So maybe the another point is he should know how to market in the media and in the among the group. Maybe advertisement.
Okay. So
Is
that will
different from this social media impact.
What you said is digital is what you said. Digital is more print and advertised media. Okay. Social media is all other things, your Facebook, your Instagram and everything. So use digital in social media and digital also separately use it. Still some amount of print digital is going on. Advertisement, TV and things like that, which we already covered it, right? The third point. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. You guys, it's easy to have a lot of points here and there, but bring it in one sentence, like your presentation also. I already told you, no? To do that presentation, it's very challenging for you, I can tell you right now.
How about, sir?
What I restricted to 5-6 slides looks simple for you guys. It's going to be a very tough job.
Sir,
writing Kani is easy. But making the 20 article into 5-6 slides requires lot of intelligent capsuling. Correct? It's not easy. I can tell you right now. You must be thinking that faculty is very liberally made. It's a very tough first job. But you learn in the process. Okay. Now, right, I have answered your question. You have taken care of your point already. He has taken 4 points, right?
Yes.
Knowledge, we have taken 4 points.
Yes, sir.
Right? All of you noted, right? Now, let's come down to skill set. What is the skill set this position requires? Skill set will be knowing about the vehicle drivability, how does it work,
Communication is the one skill set.
Communications we'll get into, okay, we'll do both together. Skill set and competencies and abilities. There are 2 more levels, right? So there are many things you will get confused. So we'll put it here. What you said, communication, presentation, talking, that all comes under your abilities and competencies. Okay. The skill set. No, we are not talking about job description. The job. Huh? Skill, for example, I can tell you one example. Your ability to negotiate. You may be marketing manager. You should be able to negotiate with your distributors, your vendors, your own bosses. You come with a marketing scheme. You come with a branding scheme. Who has to give approval? Your bosses have to give, no? So you are not only communicating here, you are negotiating. You should have that kind of negotiation skill set to negotiate. Number 1. Number 2, today anybody can work without a skills in operating high-end software?
No.
Correct. If somebody says that I'll go through the record, I will have a traditional meeting. This guy should be more than every time should be able to see, no, where is the sales happening, where is the competition happening, where which region my thing is gone up or go down. anything and everything. He cannot wait for you to have a meeting Monday, Tuesday. You come and give us some Kanya story. I'll understand and go to that. The job cannot handle that. The job requires somebody. The job requirement is heavy IT and whatever you call it, IT and software skills. Apart from this one, that's a skill. And I'm putting it to competency. I'm putting it to your communication, how you communicate using the software, or how do you present to people. That's your competencies on this thing. Okay, now 2 skills we written it. No, what are those? Can you repeat? Negotiation and then IT skills. What are the other skills you require? Yes, online student or marketing management position, knowledge we understood. We need to work out the skill set and the competency. Skill sets you put 2. One is negotiation. 2 is that IT skills and all to be heavily used. What are the other skills? What are the other skills? Okay, you keep it here. You come to
Product
competence.
awareness.
Product awareness could come under the knowledge only. No?
And customer convincing skills.
You can say, good point. Second set. Customer convincing skill. This second and third will somewhere will be overlapping, but you put it more relevantly. Customer convincing skill. Or maybe you can, not that one, you can put it in different marketing words, effective branding, market penetration skill. Use your terminology, all of you, right? Effective branding and market penetration skill. How we can penetrate? You understood? You have all the knowledge? Based on the knowledge, you must also have the skill not to do surgery. Like a doctor, when he does a surgery, even heart surgery, how much time it takes? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? Most of the surgeries 1 to 3 hours take it. But when he does the surgery, he's got whole sets of knowledge. He's got whole sets of skill set. He knows the body anatomy very well. Anatomy means he single part separately. He knows the physiology also very well. How each part is connected. Then only he's able to do that, right? So the surgeon's job entailment is knowing the anatomy, knowing the physiology. Okay, everything only he's able to do. So similarly here, unless you know the brand effectiveness and how you are going to get into market penetration skill, you will not be able to. So 3 skills are enough. Okay, I don't want to complicate. You can also write down. So there is a paper I'll show you. Today I uploaded one folder called 222. Okay, 2022. In that, they've done for job analysis for a retail salesperson. A complete thesis project, which is 15 page, go through it. Thoroughly they written it. They've taken it, knowledge 10, skill 10, abilities 10, how they collected, how did they do that, which difficulty level they take it, finally how did they conclude. It's a very detailed one, which you can read it, because if we go through that, we will not be able to cover up the subject. Maybe I'll just run through that for you to read. Okay, now coming back to that 3 skills you identified. Now what is that competencies and abilities you look at? This position requires, like you said, communication is one. Okay, communication, presentation.
And also that like management skills falls into competencies and capabilities.
Yeah. All management skills, right? You can put management skills, interpersonal skills.
Management and yes.
A lot of
and leadership skills also.
Leadership skill or interpersonal skills. What else? 2 we put. Let's take 3. I'm not saying this is complete, but just for our knowledge, I think with this we are able to understand, right? We don't have to keep on adding more. Though we have covered
ability to maybe handle the market pressure. Market pressure. Maybe some scenarios where.
Okay, good. You told me. Well, again, use when you complete your market management or HR management. Please pick up each class the terminology you learn. Use it. Suppose you're done through market management. Today it could have been easy for you since you're not. Like for example, the skill could be ability to undertake market survey, market research. That's a skill, right? If you're not able to survey the market study, market research, market survey, then only you can see now where you can. With that will help you to STP. How will you go for STP? In fact, last 1 month, I was trying to hire some of you like that. We wanted to launch some tea in Thailand. Okay, we found Thailand, particularly the islands like Phuket and all, they have a lot of coffee, there's no tea. If they have tea, it's a very low level kind. So we thought there is a big need for launching a tea. So we identified a lot of product mix. Who are the people coming to that country? What kind of people are coming? What do they drink? So what kind of tea I can give to match their taste, or give some other tea which is never tasted, but which will be my wow. By drinking that tea, he will change his habit. So keeping that methodology, we've done it. Now, when I want to do market survey research, there's nobody. My team is not competent. And to get people at this stage, this Corona period, is difficult. The whole project is stalled for 5-6 months now. You can produce, we have taken a secondary data. Though last 2 years, the data is not that, but taking the previous data, we've seen Chinese are coming more. Europeans are coming this percentage. Third people are less Americans. Like that, we thought it out and see what they drink there. That habit also we taken it. So based on that, we come up with functional tea. Functional tea is sleeping tea, diabetes control tea. This the other tea, taste tea. Many brands of tea. Totally 18 tea we come out. Now we come out 18 tea based on the need which a consumer probably will like it, based on his fast preference, as well as we'll give him something which he never tasted, but once he tastes, he will like it. Like for example, my own personal this thing. I went to Malaysia. I never heard about white coffee. Okay, first time, but I'm always, wherever I go, I went to teach at Sunway Malaysia University. There they said, why don't you try white coffee? I jumped into that. Something new, we'll try. I really liked it. I never heard about the name. I don't know how many of you heard about white coffee. Okay, it doesn't look white. The name is white coffee. Okay, I said, let me try. Not even now. This happened 6 years back. Even now, that Sunway University people, whosoever comes from Malaysia to India, they send me that white coffee. Nice people. Some half kg, 1 kg. Anybody comes, they'll send and go and give it to Dr. Bhaskar. So that means they given some raw coffee, which I never tasted. 2 ways of taking a customer, right? One way is what was his basic liking. 2 is I give him something new, which he should be able to appreciate and what take it back. So we have done that. So we are not able to do it because market survey. Now come back to that story. So what is that skill we did? Market survey. Ability to take market survey and research skills. Can you read what all you written it? Skills? You are doing well. You covered very well.
Ability to negotiate with the people.
Yeah.
IT and software skills. Customer convincing skill and the ability to undertake market survey.
Okay. Now the competencies. Competencies could be general. Obviously, that all we can bring you to the competency. See the competencies.
Maybe the local language. Either.
Sorry, we can't. Your voice is little distorting.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe the local language ability to.
Acha, you're talking about the language. Yes. See, that all one has to pick up. Yeah, you can put the job also. The abilities required is that knowledge about local knowledge. In the abilities and yes, raise the point of abilities. Suppose you have to go and sell it in Japan or somewhere else. If you don't understand, if you don't go with a training about at least functional Japanese language or Russian language, you will not be able to. So he's right. So that is why they put the word abilities and competencies. So the competencies could be to a large extent general. You are able to understand a problem. You are able to define a problem. Okay. Problem means it's not exactly problem. How to understand, approach the competitor is coming with one strategy. How can I give a different strategy? It's better than that one, yet it's not expensive. So that all comes under the problem solving. How you approach an issue. Everybody comes with different schemes, different plan. Even if you go to buy something like that, some people will get 30%, some people will say 1 + 1. If you work out, everything will be same, right? Because that guy is able to figure it out. That all comes under your problem solving and providing solution. So that could be one of your competencies for this guy. Extensive problem solving and providing innovative solution. That could be one of his competencies. So that means problem solving, decision making, and providing innovative solution. 2, like he said, that local language. Wherever you are going to market it, unless you have a local language, you will not be able to succeed. And not the top guy, at least the manager who is going to handle it. So now, is it enough for the marketing job description? Now we see that job knowledge, job analysis. We talked about job analysis for a marketing manager for an automobile industry based in India, maybe Bangalore. We given 3 long knowledges. Okay. We are given 3 skill sets. We are given few abilities and competencies. Is it clear to all of you guys?
So, sorry to interrupt. Can we consider accountability and responsibility under the competence skill?
Sorry, madam. Your voice is not clear. What is it?
Okay. Can I unclear now?
Yeah, please go ahead. Little better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reduce
So
your volume and speak.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Yes. Can we consider accountability and responsibility under competence?
Accountability and responsibility under competency. This will come under your job description.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'll take you to, this is almost over. From here we'll go to job description for the same position. There you will see the difference. So now you all of you get settled. What we studied so far? 2-3 points only studied, not more. One is job analysis, the first starting point. 2, job analysis talks about the job, not the person. What the job entails, what are the constructs of the job. Okay. Now the job analysis can have knowledge, skill, abilities, and competencies. For writing knowledge also, we don't have to break our head. We'll take out the marketing management concept into that one. Okay, there exactly we have taken it out. Knowledge about product, competition, and things like that. Digital media, everything we've taken care of. Skill set also we've taken care of. Now the third, abilities also. This is all talks about the job entails what the job requirement is. Whether X or Y, like we talked about aircraft pilot. The small aircraft pilot job requirement is somebody who flown in small aircraft 500 hours. That is a job content, job analysis of that position. Okay. If this is the one, you take somebody who flown 5,000 hours in bigger aircraft. Will he meet the requirement? He will nosedive. He will also die. Your aircraft will also die along with it. Okay. So there he may be having 15 years of experience of 5,000 hours of flying. This guy has got 2 hours of experience with 100 or 200 hours of experience in running that 4-seater or 6-seater in a turbulent condition. Whom will he select? That makes clear once you have a job analysis very clear. I'm not saying that guy is not. That guy is much bigger than this guy. Somebody who's flown bigger aircraft for 15 years, 5,000 hours is not a joke, right? How many weathers and all he must have gone through, how difficult things work. But his experience is not what I call it must and wants. What is my must? Somebody who's got this experience. That is a want. You have it, very good. Suppose C guy has got this and that. Nothing wrong in selecting the C guy. But A guy you cannot select because it doesn't come under your job analysis. Okay, great. Now is that clear to all of you? Now what is next is job description. If it's clear to you guys, we'll move to job description because you have to cover 4. Job analysis, job description, KRA, KPA. Do you like to do one more exercise for any other one? Or you can read quickly this, I must have done for these people, what you call HR guys. You can read it just for just read it for 2 minutes, all of you. I must have explained everything. Why we need a job analysis? Individual achievement and business goal achievement. What is the methodology? Which we talked about: knowledge, skill set, ability, difficulty level of the job. Like for example, marketing manager, one of the abilities, difficulty level is he has to travel 20 days in a month. He cannot say I will travel only 5 days. My family is not there, this is that there, my mother is not well, my children are going. The guy, while getting into, he should know this job requires, it's not that we want you to travel. It is not that we can allow you on a humanitarian ground, you don't travel. The job requires 20 days travel. That is the difficulty of the job. Are you able to do? The guy who's on to army, like whether he'll come back to home, he doesn't know, right? Which war, when he's going to do. So this is the difficulty level and all have to be captured. Okay. Now this is the model. knowledge, skill set, ability, competencies, difficulty level, whatever the job. Why we are doing all those things? Your interview will become more focused, competency-based interview. Your selection will be 70 to 80% correct selection, because he will fit technically, he will fit culturally, he will fit compatibility, his role expectation, our role clarity will be matching. Then the expatriate failure will come down, your attrition will come down. If you do both things, in the company is going to get benefit. Okay, that is why we said before, and the before, this is the first starting job. Okay. Now these are the methodology. Now just I written it for HR guys. The way you written it for marketing, you can just read it. All the knowledge, I put it in only 2. Acquiring, training, engaging, all your HR in one sentence itself, I put it. Pre-training, industrial piece, everything. Second thing is knowledge about best HR practices and labor law. The 2 points takes care of knowledge requirement of job analysis. Okay, skill set. You should be able to negotiate, persuade, network with the government agency, unions, negotiate with management, negotiate with workers, persuading workers to come to that kind of arrangement. That's all comes under the skill set of a job of a industry-based HR guy. Okay, HR position. What are the abilities? Problem solving. This lot of these competencies and abilities, to large extent, can be generic. Difficulty level. If it is a single union, this job analysis of that post is not that challenging. If it is a large manufacturing setup with multiple union, this job analysis itself says you cannot get any novice guys to fill the job. Correct? If it's only 100 people, 200 people, no union or one union, probably with the people with less experience can also handle. Suppose 3 unions, 1,500, 2,000 employees, 3 unions backed up by 3 political parties. So that requires a lot of competencies, interpersonal skill, persuading skill. So this is a job analysis of a HR guy. That is a job analysis of the marketing guy. Is that clear, or you want to have one more position? Clear, na? Clear.
Yes,
Okay.
clear.
Now let's move to this one. Now, what is the methodology for preparing job analysis? In the US has got a O-level network. There are a lot of description is given. The Canadian immigration has got job classification for each number of position, maybe 200, 300 positions. They written it out. What is the kind of job analysis needed? What knowledge needed? What skill set needed? You can make use of all those things. You know, if anybody wants to do it, though there's one clear cut. Then we have to also be careful that each job should have a meaningfulness and the knowledge of result oriented. That all methodology, forget it. Now job description. So far we talked about job analysis. For we talked about job analysis for a marketing management position. We talked about for the HR position, right? Now the same marketing management job analysis, how will you write job description? Tell me. Okay. Guys, we are going to now another 10-15 minutes you work on how are you going to work out job description for the marketing management position of the same job content which is already prepared. You are going to, you know, go up from that to this one.
Okay.
How will you do it? This is for HR guy written it. Don't get into that. Okay, now marketing it. How will you do it? What is there any framework? For each one, you know that I like to go with a framework because then it's easy for you guys. Otherwise, you'll go here and there, nothing will come to a final shape.
Maybe in the knowledge we said product knowledge, so probably we can put a job description as must have a certain number of experience in automobile.
Can you reduce your voice? Then it will come clear. Here, come.
Can you hear me, sir?
Just 1 second. We will also reduce. Wait.
Can you hear me, sir?
Just yeah, we can hear you. We're better, much better now.
Okay.
Much better, much clear.
Yeah. So what the point I wanted to put is, since in the knowledge you said product knowledge and the competition, so we can say a certain number of experience in the automobile industry
Okay, you are talking about certain level of experience in the automobile industry. Okay. When you write about job description, what is the framework? Is there any framework? Like there we have a framework, right? We borrowed framework from the marketing manager. Acha, one is relevant experience. Okay.
Yeah, relevant experience.
Okay, that's one point. Job description. What else? Can we have a structure? Responsibility, reporting, roles. When I say responsibility, he is responsible for increasing the market share or market segment. He is responsible. First this thing, write down. Responsibility is one framework. Responsibility, reporting, roles. Now, what is the responsibility? He is responsible for maximizing the sales, getting more market share, more market segment. That could be written, right? He is responsible for getting into new market, more share. He is responsible for getting more segmentation. He is responsible for getting into, you can write down many things. You can responsible for into old market, increasing the market share. These are the job. Now he or she, the word is incumbent. There it was a job. When you talk to job description, person, the person is incumbent. The incumbent could be he or she, whatever may be. So there I again try to put some sort of framework for you guys so that you see responsibility, reporting, roles. In the responsibility, what all could be his responsibility? Responsibility means he has to deliver, achieve. In similar terms, deliver. How he will deliver? He will increase the sales turnover. Okay. He will increase the market share. He is responsible for increasing the sales turnover, market segment. One side. This is again a leading factor. Leading factor is through this only money will come. If I get more market share, if I get new market, if I sell more turnover, more profitability. This is a leading indicator. To reach that, there must be some lagging indicator. Everywhere you pick up the framework. First, I said responsibility means delivering a business. So now money will come only this way. Now, this is a leading indicator. There must be some lagging indicator to get into this one, right? What are those lagging indicator? Again, take shelter in your marketing management. Your brand awareness has gone up. Okay. Your consumer satisfaction index has gone up. Your consumer complaint has come down. Your distributor complaint has come down. So in other words, he is responsible for increasing the brand awareness. He is responsible for maximizing the consumer satisfaction. He is responsible to reduce the customer complaint from this level to this level. If it does all those things, then you will get the first point we saw. So this all will become the description of what he is supposed to deliver. Responsibility. Correct. Anything else you like to add? You can write both leading and lagging indicator in the responsibility. Again, in the responsibility, put this further framework. What could be the leading indicator? What could be the lagging indicator? Leading is obviously get maximum sales turnover, maximum new market share, more profitability. All those things comes under your leading. The lagging is obviously customer satisfaction, brand acceptance, customer rejection level coming down. He is responsible for coming up with a new product in consultation with product department. He has to come with the new products, right? Like Mahindra, if you see how Mahindra is doing well. They're coming with many cars, right? I mean, one has to really spend time to understand which cars, where it's coming. Previously, it was easy, you can remember. Now, if you want to buy a car, really you have to take 1 or 2 days to collect the data and understand, right? It is not that easy to take a off-the-cut kind of decision. Bikes must be too much difficult, right? Two-wheelers. Two-wheelers, buying it may be really, really difficult because so much choice is available. Correct. The cars also reaching that level. So now, we are talking about this guy is able to produce more models, more product in collaboration with the product department. So how many? 10, 15, 10 points we got it in the responsibility or leading lagging indicator. It can be many more, but these are the responsibility. Now what is the reporting, which is easy? He will report to marketing director. 6 sales manager will report to him. Okay. He will have to send daily report. He have to send monthly report. This all comes under the reporting part of job description. Okay. Now what could be the roles? While doing all those things in brief, what are the roles he's doing? He's one could be is a brand ambassador. One role could be stabilizing the brand. That could be one role. Oh no, before that is product. Sustained new products continuously. That is one role. How he is contributing to the role of getting new products. It is not a production manager's job, right? This guy has to go and tell the production guys to get that one. 2 is that how the branding role, how he is able to sustain the branding. 3, racing above the competitor and competition. 4, his dashboard and scores on social media. 'This is what American style of writing a job description. Nowhere I talked about MBA marketing with experience and things like that. Right? It'll come on the bottom, small line. Job is without any discrimination. Somebody who's got knowledge about the above. Preferably management qualification. What we will do? We will miss all this thing. There's a market management position. We want somebody diploma marketing, MBA marketing with 15 years experience. We want preferably male. The moment you write preferably male in Americana, you'll go to jail. Because it's a description. The advertisement cannot be like that. And this is what real job description, they are working. So we have to accept those guys are little above us. Even today. We are coming to that level. So in the bottom you can write. This position requires person with management knowledge and few years specialized experience. That's the last one. The 4th point. You written it roles, responsibility, reporting, roles, the compatibility or selection criteria. Based on the above, somebody with a management qualification and 5 years, 10 years, whatever experience in automobile marketing, preferably or must. You can here write both ways. It is a must, you write it must. Only candidates with 5 years of marketing experience of automobile need to come. Or anybody in marketing experience, preferably automobile. That word you have the chance to put. Age background. You can put the age also. Somebody not more than 40, 50 or 35, whatever you call it. Even this in American advertisement you cannot put. You cannot put gender, you cannot put salary, you cannot put all those kind of things. Because the immediate will be suit, discrimination. And those guys are good in legally taking a suit. Anything you miss a word, you will be in trouble. So the last part is we have written it. And then you can also put, if at all you want to put salary, commercials, negotiable. If you put it commercial, negotiable, it really doesn't work out. It shows you are indecisive. Most of the advertisement, if you see now, they'll try to pay, it will be best in the industry, it's negotiable and things like that. What does it mean? You are not decisive, right? You can put it. The CTC would be around 30 lakhs with incentives, like 20 lakhs with incentives. So now this becomes a complete job description. That all you can write out. Preference to, again, we use the word preference or desirable. These are the must condition. Desirable, somebody worked in global. Somebody worked in that one. So you put the word preferable or desirable. It is not necessary, but you will desire if you get many candidates. So now you can see the difference, how it goes up from job analysis to job description. Here also you have a framework. Responsibility, what is that? Reporting, role, and the other compatibility. If you work on the 4, so you are going towards 1, towards 2. Are we getting more clearer and sharper? It's getting clearer. Now, what is next? How we are going to use this one? How it is going to help you? How it can help you? Why I said prayer. Suppose you want to go for an interview for this position, or even sourcing the candidate. If you know all these words, if you know all the concepts clear, your advertisement, everything will be based on that, right? And once you are going to sit for an interview, it will be structured interview. It is not interview. In fact, it's going to be a discussion. You'll just ask with a due respect. If you come for that, did you work in automobile industry? Which are the car manufacturer worked at? What kind of market share improved it? Nothing. From there only you have to repeat. Correct. Have you worked it globally? And what is the latest marketing strategies used by the marketing giants of automobile giants like Toyota and this like that? Is it going to be a competency-based, formal, structured interview or not? If you meet it, we are getting one step towards it. And the other way around, without that, if you ask, what will you ask? Your concept is not clear. Human mind is very difficult to think and conceptualize. What you written it, if you're not taken on pen and paper and discuss, it could not have come easily, I'll tell you. Even now, I'll give you one or two positions. Ask you to come and talk. It's not going to be that easy, even to me. I am applying my mind, discussing with you and able to get that, right? So now, without that, if you conduct an interview, what will you do? You'll ask generally. If this guy is asking me, people like me was a good talker, I can get away with it, right? I communicate very well, and you get carried away with the communication, right? This guy is able to talk. He can talk any good words, things like that. You recruit him. So he is a good communicator, which could be one of the job requirement for the job. But he doesn't have the market knowledge, job knowledge, automobile knowledge. His compatibility is there. Only what will you do with the communication? That is why 50% of the selection goes for a task. So your competency-based interview becomes very easy. You don't have to find words. What will they ask? They will ask some general knowledge questions. They'll ask. I've seen now many of the interview reports. What happened at the end of the day? It's like blind leading the blind. I am a blind. I'm trying to lead another blind. You understand a blind leading the blind? I hope you must have gone through this kind of thing. No? They'll ask you, tell me something about it. What is automobile industry? Whatever it comes to that guy. And he himself will be confused. If you have done a little bit of a homework, then it will be fun. Like I was, this IM Bangalore and Ranchi, when they take admission, they take us for interview, students, after the CAT score and all this kind of. They got a clear-cut format they'll give us. 4 sections. Academic performance, you see consistently what they've done it. They've written it, but through the interview checkup, what they said, give some certain marks. Okay, experience minimum 2 to 4 years is got, give him certain marks. Okay, then ask him few questions on general knowledge, give him that kind of marks. Last one is ask him some 3 questions on his subject knowledge. Clear. So the panel who is sitting is very clear. Otherwise, every day, it's toughest job. You know, they will give 50, 60 candidates, morning till evening, you have to clear 50 people's interview. I've seen it's very tough job. Though the IM guys will look after us very well. They'll lock you in a nice room in a 5-star hotel somewhere else. They'll give you all eatable, shittable, everything. But 50 students asking, understanding, and getting a note of it is not an easy job. But they made life easy, they've given you template. So then each one of us will decide, 4 members. You concentrate on 1, I'll concentrate on 2. You verify the academic, I verify the subject, and plus subject to subject people will differ, right? There are 3, 4 different. So it's easy. If it was not there, here also the error could happen, but the error is likely to be very less compared to generally taught. All those things we are doing because we don't want attrition. We don't want expatriate failure. Okay. If these both things are going to be there, we are not contributing as an HR to the business. Okay, now it's clear. Now where do you go? What is the time? You want to break or something? Still you can work for another half an hour or so, right? Or you want a break according to, because morning you had a lot of time. That's why. Otherwise, normally you don't. Do you want a break? 10 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now next is, this is over. Job analysis over, job description over. Now, what is the third level? KRA. Now you take it to the next level up. Recruitment to a large extent taken care of by going through this job description and job analysis. Job analysis and job description takes care of you for a effective recruitment, effective selection. The failure rate is going to be minimal. Okay, the first concept of employee happy, task achievement is likely to happen if you do this thing too very well, which is normally people don't take time to do it. It's not that they cannot do it. Probably they don't give importance to this job, or they don't have that kind of resources to look at that job. But if it is done, your recruitment failure will come down. Your expatriate failure will come down. Now, you've taken somebody, already put him. I will say in HR, fit theory. Fit theory means you do 10 jobs good, 11th job bad. All the 10 good job is waste. You may not understood. I'll tell you practically. I want to be a very adamant HR guy. I've done all HR functions very well. So there is a job analysis I've done, job description I've done. Accordingly, I put a advertisement. All fit, here fit, here fit, here fit. I've also given a fit market salary. I've not paid less than market salary. If I paid less market salary, fit, unfit. Okay. And then afterwards, I placed under a guy who is not able to take work out of him. He doesn't have the managerial skill or leadership skill or supervisor skill. All the fit will go for unfit. Or if I've not paid the salary, you've taken the best of everything. Okay. And you paid him much less salary than the market salary. You want the best of it, but you don't want to give the best. So the fit theory, it gets broken either by not paying a proper salary or not putting that guy into under the right kind of leadership style, or you're not taking him to the promotion to the level he grows. So if you do all those, what we say it, like we last time talked about strategically, when you talked about, vertically, what is your business? Cost leadership business you will do, differentiation business you do. This we are talking about horizontally, you have to fit everything. I'm doing hundreds of best practices. 30, 40, I spend time and money getting the best recruitment test, best selection one, best this thing, or even I conducted a market compensation survey by giving somebody, I done all the best things. Horizontally, the best bundle of HR practices are not linked together and you're wasting. This also comes under the strategic HRM hall. That what we discussed in the class was, vertical. This is what we call horizontally. Bundle of HR practices have to be consistently, correctly. The fit chain should be fitted. And again, many organizations, if you think of, maybe many of the part of it, they are doing well. Some part of it, they don't do very well, they go back. So now we talked about how recruitment selection can be done, forecasted or planned or kept under your control by doing this kind of exercise. Now the employees come on board. Now, how are you going to make him to contribute? How are you going to make him that he's happy? He's happy, then only he'll contribute, right? Or he'll contribute and then happy. I want you guys. You will contribute and happy, or happy and contribute? Happy and contribute is the best way, not that contribute and happy. Okay. Now, if the employees have to be happy, let us take it professional word. If employee is happy, now we use the word engaged. The employee is highly engaged, or highly motivated, or highly satisfied. Okay, that is what first we have to touch, right? The employee have to be highly satisfied, highly motivated, or highly engaged. Then the second part, contribution, will take place. Okay. Now, when you come to motivation, again, OB you are not completed, right? There are two kinds of motivation: extrinsic motivation, intrinsic motivation. What is the extrinsic? Something outside. Outside is what? Nice office, good salary, market salary, nice cafeteria. Okay, nice working hours. This is all extrinsic motivation. What is intrinsic motivation? Come on.
Job satisfaction.
Jobs are very good. Job satisfaction, very good. Yeah.
And hike.
Sorry.
What
Salary
and
hike.
recognition?
Or
Come on. Online student, you
good
talk.
work environment. Hike.
Sorry.
Good work environment.
Good working environment, right? Good working environment, job satisfaction. What?
And hike, salary hike.
What and
Working culture.
recognition?
What is that? Come on, come.
Salary,
Good colleagues,
Salary
maybe.
hike, good salary and salary hike.
Salary high comes under the extrinsic.
Good
Sorry,
colleagues around.
Knowledge
Environment.
upgradation on product and technology, not product. Your knowledge upgradation on product and technology, or getting a certification, or getting a global exposure, that could be intrinsically motivated, right?
Hmm.
Equal opportunities and intrinsic motivation, yeah. Which in India, though, no? Okay. What else? So when you talk about the first thing, you've done an excellent selection. Now this guy has been put on board. Again, you will mess up. If you don't do it professionally, you are likely to mess up. Now, how we make sure that we don't mess up? For that, we come to the framework, twin achievement. He is highly engaged, should be there. Then only I can achieve my, at the end of the day, everything, I'm not missing this one. My sales turnover more, profitability more, my growth is more, my sustainability of the company more, I'm beating the competition, I'm taking the customer delight all the time. This is all my targets. There is no, what we call, most of the people call, there's no negotiation. It's clear, mandatory. For this only all of us are living, including the promoters and stakeholders, everybody. There is no distinction. Now the question is how I can reach this level. To reach the level, now you've taken all those kind of, first test you cleared it. Second test, I said, let's put it, instead of getting many words, highly satisfaction, this and that, let's use one word, highly engaged. The word highly engaged, it itself takes care of it. Engagement, how many people know the concept about engagement? Okay, just to give a little break, all of you go through in your mobile, there is one Gallup survey, Galloup. Gallup survey and engagement. Online students, Gallup survey and engagement. Got it, all of you? That's one of the best, though it looks simple, Q12, but still most of the multinational use that tool only. Previously, we used to talk about job satisfaction,
No,
employee
sir, we didn't go.
satisfaction. Now today we talk in terms of engagement, employee engagement. Sorry? Uh, no, suppose you are an HR manager, it's a top manager. Okay. You want your human resources to contribute to your business, right? Like machine you have a working line you have. You want to get the best capacity out of it. I'm sorry to tell. So similarly, I want to get from my human element best out of it. How can I do it? They have to be highly engaged. If they have to be highly engaged, what is that which is triggering them to be engaged or not engaged? You are getting my point. I'm not given job role. I'm not given a conducive environment. His boss is not okay. His salary is not market salary. You are getting my point. It's a cute tool. Yeah. Somebody, you are an HR manager. I'll ask you, for example, do you have the mission? Do you have the role clarity to you? So I have to get it from all people, then tally it. My engagement level of this organization is not highly engaged. It's a kind of employee curve. Today they're given a word engagement. That's what we removed all the word. Employee survey, satisfaction, all those things now. The best word used is engagement. Yeah. The concept is that I have to see that, judge it, my people are mostly engaged, highly engaged. For highly engaged, there could be 4 or 5 pillars. The job role itself, the conducive environment, the compensation, the support system, the learning and growth system, could be many 5, 6 parameters. If it is there, then they will work it out. Then only I have that, like any other assets of a company. I have a brand asset of a company. I have technology of a company. I have a good product. Similarly, I need a good human talent, right? Not only talent, highly engaged talent. I have a good talent, but they're not engaged due to whatever reason. You are wasting the talent, right? That's what it is. Done? Okay. Now I'll get into that KRA. Before that, I want you, this article is given it in the today's folder. What we did at job analysis in a very short, concise manner. Somebody has done it, a researcher, in a very detailed manner. I suggest all of you go through it. This is for the position of retail salesperson. If you are you able to access LMS right now? Just open. All of you, if you can open LMS, please open. In there, one folder, 2022. The folder will look like this. And there is one document called JS Word. Don't try to read the whole, just go through it. It will take a lot of time. Especially page number 8 onwards, you can. I mean, it's a very detailed one. What we did is a very practical. But this, are you able to open or no? Yeah, the folder name.
Can you show the folder one more time, please?
Hello, the folder name is 2022. Open to LMS, go to HRM, see the class PPT.
Yes.
JS Word. So this is somebody has made their own detailed research analysis report on how do we do that job analysis for a salesperson, retail salesperson. What we did is just we discussed it on conceptual basis, but these guys have given a very detailed, how did they do it? How did they break knowledge, skill, and abilities? If we can quickly go through in 10 minutes, nothing like it, then we can conclude it. Or probably you can ask questions on that. You got it or no? You can see, come. No problem. This is the one. Just open it and see. No, this class PPT must be there. Have you opened LMS? Can any one of you show me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Open the LMS.
Class 22. If you open it, what? It is there, Naya. Please, he has got it now.
Class PPT.
Class 22, not 2022. Okay. Thank you, man. I think it's scrolling it down also. Anybody can see that. JS Word. Probably page number 7th, 8th onwards, it talks about knowledge skills. This format can be used for your assignment to work out some of the positions, the second assignment. You come down, that's all methodology. Come down. Yeah, here you see. This task creating and assisting customer. This is page number 7th or 8th. 7th or 8th, lot of information. This is knowledge required for that position. This is skill required for that position. These are the abilities and competencies required. Very exhaustively done, right? This one. Other characters. And then they put it in one small last, if you see 7th or 8th page. Yeah, here you see. Linkage of all 4. Yeah, this one. Yeah. This 11.12, whatever. This is summary of the whole thing. What is this page number? Before that 8? 8 and 9. Page number 8 and 9. Please go through. That is more important. Yeah, here from here onwards.
ಇನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಏನ್ ಮನೆ ದೇವ್ರು ಇರುತ್ತೆ
See that I'm just reading. Clear, na? because I cannot, I'll take a lot of time, no? So I given it in a crisp manner to you guys. Clear? Page 8th and 9th only see. Sorry? Yep.
So these areas, why this is the scratch out?
Participant unmute themselves. What is mute all current and mute participant? Yes, now why it's coming? No, you asked some points are scratched. When they did the research, the document is clear to all of you, know what we discussed in a very concise, simple, practical manner. But this is very research work done exhaustively. Okay. It could be, if you think it's interesting, we can use this model for your second assignment. You can take some of the, I'm just giving a suggestion to you, not necessary that you go with that. There are two suggestions for your second assignment. One is that we go with that first assignment, we are going with the HPR article or IM Ahmedabad article. The second assignment, we can take some of this hands-on kind of experience. Take some 5-6 positions. Each position you approach this model. List down a lot of knowledge, skills, attitude, and things like that. The way they did it, you try to do similar kind of research. You think it's useful, then we do it. Otherwise, you'll think about something else. Do you think it will be useful? Huh? Done. Once you are done, tell me. Then we can do it to area. Done. I think better you take a break for 10 minutes. 3-5, you come back. We will cover KR and KP. That is also there in the LMS, KRA KP folder.
We are learning new terminologies also.
That
really, no,
see, otherwise
what motivated me to come today to meet you.
So you didn't come online?
No. Last time,
Where are you working?
So I'm working in Germany company. There's a MAG. So we are into CNC machine to manufacturing. CNC machine.
Where is your office?
So this is the Defense and Aerospace Park. Just near airport. Yeah.
What is your qualification?
Mine mechanical, sir. From Davangere Babuji.
Okay. Davangere, sir.
Yes, sir.
Davangere, sir. No, Babuji.
Yes, sir. Babuji.
Good. See that. What's your full name?
Riaz Mune, sir.
Riaz. Short name.
Yes, sir.
Riaz, no, that every subject is good.
Yes, sir.
Nothing, as I told you, nothing like you people study only this subject or that subject. But at least some concepts, framework, terminology to be picked up.
Yes,
In my subject, if you pick up at least 50 terminology. Some 10-20 framework.
Yes, sir.
It will help you lifelong, right?
Exactly.
Right. I'm not teaching you to clear the exam.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not touching any of your books.
Yeah, I'm noticing. Yes, sir.
That's all you guys can read. What I'm touching is, that I myself is not prepared. I come straight away talk to you.
Yeah. Really that what your experience sharing
Experience
and all
and
this
things.
one.
I'm not coming with a particular PPT and then
Yeah, yeah.
I just keep PPT for your sake. Otherwise, I don't need any PPT. But I think and come what to talk, what kind of things today I have to give it to people so that you can take it for life. So I'm happy that you should be able to take. I'm ready to give. Sometimes the students also not ready to take. Maybe to a large extent the faculty themselves they are not teaching in that way. The same thing if you go through your book PPT, it will not be interesting. It may not be interesting. If you go through your that kind of thing, it may not be that interesting. Anyway, nice meeting you.
Yes, sir.
Where is
So
your
much, sir.
family and all there
Sir,
only?
here, sir, in Esragata Main Road, Kasarali, Kasarali.
I know Dasarali.
Because mine also travel lots every month, more than 20 days,
Okay.
traveling across India.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, you travel a lot, huh?
travel lots, travel and even in Gujarat, every month 8 days minimum. Stay over there, Baroda, Rajkot, Vapi.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, Dali. You must be having a good experience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We also supply a lot of machines to medical industries like Marine Life, all these companies.
Okay. Chalo, we'll catch up.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, more than enough for company to reach my.
Hello, online students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are getting into the next level, KRAKP. Is the screen visible to all of you?
Sir, but your voice is very bit low.
Is it okay now? Is it better?
Yes.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah,
It's
it's
better?
better.
Yeah. Like that? Okay, can you see the screen?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I worked out. We talked about now the person has been onboarded, trained. Now he has to perform. How he can perform? Like we talked about intrinsic motivation, that becomes a leading or highly engagement leads to the performance. So within that subsection is if your role clarity is not there. Why people are happy or not happy? Why people are engaged or not engaged? There could be three reasons. Salary and things like that, extrinsic. Second thing could be role clarity, meaningful job, sense of achievement. Two, okay. The third could be what? Let us take only these two. Which one accounts more? If you have to leave a company or switching over to another company, what for you change? Job satisfaction, meaningful job, job satisfaction, that becomes primary. You will also go for salary. I'm not saying you don't go. You don't go for a. Sorry. Designation, are you people really concerned today? It doesn't make any sense, designation anymore, right? Meaningful role, job role, you must enjoy that role. You must be able to do that role. They give you some job very vague. They'll write many job description. You are responsible for this thing, that thing. Nothing you are doing are doable. And then it is so two things. One is you are correct now. Whether these guys are senior guys are laughing because they gone through the world, right? So one is your salary, for that you leave. Two is maximum you leave because of the role clarity, achievable. I would say middle level and senior level, this is more. Suppose you take me. Somebody wants to take me to some small IT company. They'll say, sir, we'll pay you 60 lakh, 1 crore rupees. Come and sit and do nothing. Nothing means all useless HR jobs you do. Will I go? Huh? Long live HR, I'll go. If they give some jobs where the company itself doesn't give an HR importance, and there's not much of a scope, number of employees less, they give you big salary because they want to. There are people do it. They want to use your name credential for some other purpose, which most of the I cannot quote. Some of the education institutes, they want good personality on board, things like that. Some of the companies also want some good people for getting a good venture fund and things like that. But from individually, will I go? No. Okay. Now the second thing is, if I get a good company, good HR role, very noble role, the company wants to give McKinsey kind of thing, they give me 10 lakh rupees salary. Will I go? So both counts a lot, right? And then the second, correct. The second one counts a lot. I've seen personally that you may go through because you need money, you need salary, you may not quickly leave the job till you get a job, right? But you are not feeling happy to come and contribute. So the job role clarity, mutually understandable role clarity, all those things have to be done. Then only the employee. So that can be done through KRA fixation and KPA fixation. What is KRA? Key result area, right? Now, how do you fix a KRA? Let's discuss about how do you fix a KRA first. Acha, before that, I'll tell you, this is I did for one company. I removed that company name. It's an actual consultancy done by me. For 6-7 position, and actually I've written KRA KP. Though I will take up only one, this folder is available for you. You can make use of it, right? And I charge only 5 lakh rupees for doing this one. So you guys are most welcome to make use of it. Come here. Okay. Now we'll come to, before I take up one position, we'll take any finance position or HR position or supply position. There are 6-7 positions. I done a detailed KRA and detailed KP. I've done it. Whichever position you want, we'll roll it down and see. Now, how do you fix KRA? I said we are starting with this one. I want my employee to be highly engaged in terms of role clarity, meaningful job, achievement. I feel, oh, I got a great job to do. I put the satellite on the moon. That is the kind of job I'm doing. I get full respect. People respect me. So I want a role clarity. I want doable job, achievable job, not some job which cannot be done. Now, if that is a background, that is a background. KRM is not to find fault with you. Again, you get it. We Indians, sorry to God, we are good at only going the other way around. We fix KRA to fix you. To get you into trouble that you have not done your KRA. That is a philosophy going in your background, right? Am I right or wrong? you are fixing KRA to fix you as if. Now again, I'll give you. There's one more theory called theory X and Y, which you'll study in OB. I think I should have taught you guys once you complete all the courses here, OB and marketing. Maybe second year I'll come to you, third semester or sometime, right? We'll have some bridge course. Now, the OB, there's a theory called theory X and Y. Theory X is believing that employees need to be given a target, need to be controlled, need to be supervised, need to be taken for a task. That is theory X. It's a psychological theory. Theory Y says, you are wasting your time. Every human being is potential. Every human being is competent. Suppose you take any one of you. You cannot reach this level, right? If you have not done your schooling, college, working, adjusting, getting grades, go through, all of you got potential. No? Different levels. Every human being is potentially good. Every human being is competent. Every human beings want to walk extra mile to gain something or give it to people. And every human being feels happy in doing that. These 4 statements, all of you agree or not? Individually. All of you agree or not? This is a
Yes, sir.
psychological, psychological theory, but all of us agree. Every human being is competent, potential. Maybe between him and me, I may be 90% competent. This guy may be 101%, but still I'm 90% competent, right? I'm not that useless guy. So competent, confident, wants to contribute, wants to feel the happiness of contributing. Oh, I reached it. I come back. I did the painting. I cleared my exam. I got it. All of us feel happiness, right? Nobody wants to fail in the exam, right? All of us want to contribute. Which means what? The psychologists say. Which means it is up to the leader to create that kind of situation. Give him the right kind of role clarity, right kind of support system, right kind of feedbacking, right kind of, what is the leadership style? Control, coerce, measure, monitor. That's the leadership style. How do you define today's leader? Control, fixed target, control, 1 minute manager, call them for review meeting, fire them, not doing the job, pull up your socks, man, not going all right. This is one corporate language, right? Is it the leadership? Okay, now that is called control and command leadership. Okay, what is the next leadership? Coaching, mentoring, facilitating, guiding,
Motivate the team.
motivating, enabling. That is a leadership all the more relevant for today's management. When you have Ola, Oyo, all of a sudden people become Fortune 500 companies. Fortune 500 companies, no more Fortune 500, old guys. Which means you need to energize the team. Energize the team to perform, which is already the energy is there. Now I'm killing by choosing the command and control method. So if I go through this method of whatever I call it, coaching, mentoring, facilitating, giving the clarity, giving the feedback, then with this one, with that basic psychological theory of everybody want to contribute, will be able to do it or not? Two, right. That is the background for your KRA. But Indian, most of the people KRA means they are taking command and control. Oh, fix that guy. So that if he's not able to give that KRA KPA, easy. So you created a pain, not the pleasure. Okay, now what are the kinds of leadership styles? Theoretically, in OB, you must be studying 4 kinds of leaderships: autocratic, democratic, participative, consultative, and all 4 mix and match is called situational. Now, what is autocratic? What Putin doing is today? I am not bothered about anybody. I have to shoot. Or who's ever commanding in the army on the field, he has to do autocratic. He cannot consult anybody. He has to on the spot take a decision and move on. I don't say it is right or wrong. Where, how it is used. That is what we call it situational leadership. Democratic leadership is what? Like our democratic parliament discussing and passing policy, or in the educational institute, the deans and director, vice chancellor, they need to discuss with many people to come up with a democratic policy, curriculum and things. That's a democratic kind of leadership. Or you are a leader of a social service organization in an old age home or sim. There you cannot be a dictator. You have to take everybody into it, because people are not there working there for money. People are there working for a vision, purpose, vision, mission. So you have to have that kind of democratic kind of leadership. 2 leaderships are clear. The other one is consultative and participative. I am, for example, Mahindra and Mahindra, Mr. Mahindra himself. He has got all top people like finance director, HR director, this and that. You will obviously have a meeting and discussion with them, right? So he will take all their input. He wants to take their input. He knows they are competent. He knows they are needed. He will take their input, but yet he will only consultate. He may have to take a decision. Why? Because all of us, with all our background, still we are having that risk taking a little backward. We are more into logic, more into rational, less into entrepreneurial risk. Because it is in our blood, right? We'll see everything pros and cons and complicate ourselves. And thereby we will not be able to take a right decision, right? We'll go so much into pros and cons. Am I right or wrong? And we miss sometimes the boat also. So that is called consultative leadership. I need to consultate. I know you are competent. I kept you because of that. You are my sounding board. So, but I have to take you, but I cannot be taking decision based on you only. I have to take an entrepreneurial risky decision to invest on carbon tomorrow, to invest on air purification and selling air like a water. These people may not like to. You people will get into laptop and Excel sheet and SPSS and all those kind of things, right? I'll tell you one example. When I was in UP, the liquor auction, it used to take place, the government will do it in 1 day or 2 day in Pandal, call all the big guys on the Pandal. We'll say, this district has gone for 10,000 crore last year. I want this year 30% increase. Now, people like our kind of people will take a laptop, will take all the software and things like that, trying to work out. The decision cannot be taken, action will not go for. Somebody has to take on the spot. Okay, I know the business, I know a little bit it's not that they don't have calculation, but they have to take a kind of entrepreneurial risky decision. It is there. I know this plus and minus of this thing. A lot of government contract people take it. I know, but I know they will also have a contingency. I'll take it. That is called consultative decision making. What is then participative? I explained all the three. Participative, only people explain. I given you the background, right? All three. What is the fourth one? Participative. In the consultative, like I said, because that will help you. The consultative means you consult genuinely, seriously, but yet you need not take the decision based on the consultation. You may take, modify, audit, or do something. Okay, that's now what is participative?
Decisions based on the experience.
Once again, what is that based on?
Experience.
Experience. That everybody is taking all the three on based on experience only. Yeah, decision.
Participative maybe means take the on the action.
One offline student is saying collaborative decision is called. She has confused more by giving one more jargon. I am already giving adequate jargon. She wanted to give few more jargons, right? Collaborative decisions. I'm talking about framework professionally in the management education, approved leadership style. Not that my leader, I'm only explaining it, interpreting it. Okay. These are the leadership style in your professional management education. It is approved and it is there for research purpose. Okay. What is participative? Again, give examples like the way I give an example, it becomes easy. When you talk about autocracy, I given Putin's. When I given democracy, I given educational school. When I given consultative, I given a businessman's. Okay, that is not that could be a democratic. I discuss with you. We democratically discuss and then fix it. That is democratic. See, in consultative, I said I consult all of you, yet I take a decision. In participative, I consult 5 of you, then I cannot take my own decision. I have to take everybody's consensus. That becomes a decision, leadership style. And where is that example? Are you getting my illustration? Are you getting it? Now, in consultation, I consult my team. I have the right to take, modify, fully, partially, or 100% reject it, I take it. The whole team says, no, we'll not invest on this project. The coming up project. I, as a businessman, I have some business acumen. Okay, I understood all of you. You want me, you become a devil advocate where I can get into trouble with this project, you told me, which I've taken it. But yet, I know you guys are not thinking. So you worked as a devil's advocate, good enough for me. Not that you have not worked, but I want to invest in that project. Overruling all of you. Okay, that is an entrepreneurial or a, what you call it, consultative. Participative, I said 5 of you. I'm consulting, I'm discussing. I cannot overrule you. Everybody's decision has to be consensus to be taken. What is that occasion? Board of directors. Yeah, to some extent, agreed. Board of directors. Yeah, chairman is a director. Chairman or MD, all of you should know under the company law, he may be designated as chairman, but he is one of the board of directors. Now, especially with independent directors coming in the 2014 company law amendment, has become more teeth to the company law board. You cannot do more badmashi because independent director is sitting. So chairman is a chairman as long as he is working like a chairman. The moment he doesn't work like a participative style, the 2014 company law has come with a lot of teeth to the government. The people can get into big trouble. Previously, they were manipulated. So yes, very good example. board of directors and chairman has to take a decision, not a decision, consensus of everybody. Or at least a quorum. If they say no 75, 80%, 90% quorum needed for taking an investment decision, he cannot say, so all of you not decide, I'm going to invest on 10,000 crores. It cannot be done that. Unless you are starting up, you are investing your own money through a company which is a legal entity. And you are a director, if XY is a director, you are a chairman. So in that legal entity, you cannot have your own. You may be the main stakeholder. You may be the main shareholder. But yet, company is a person, right? All of you know. Under the company law, finance management, still you not studied. Under the finance management, company is a person like you or me. It may be your company, then you are not a person. That company is a person. Okay. Now, one is done. The second thing is surgeon is doing a surgery. Surgeon is important, right? Correct. He's a core guy doing a heart surgery or something. Anesthesian. Other nurses, maybe half a dozen people. In operation theater, you see that. So he doesn't go through the opinion of this anesthesian. Anesthesia says it will work out only for 1 hour. So you have to complete your surgery in 40 minutes or 35 minutes. The chairman, the surgeon says, no, I heard your voice. No, I will continue surgery for 1 hour, 10 minutes. Correct. So here it is no consultation. It is consensus. Each one's consensus has to be taken. Now, which is best? Everything is best. That is what we call situational. Where which one is suits, on which occasion, which day, which purpose. That is what we call situational leadership. Clear? This all you will study in detail in your OB it comes to. Because I did it because when you are coming to KRA. So now KRA KPA, for example, it is for a proactive, pragmatic purpose, not for a reactive control and command purpose. It is here to facilitate employees' role clarity. Okay. Now the KRA fixation has to be done in such a way to get that benefit. If you want to get that Y benefit of employees can contribute, you should know how to fix that KRA KP. Otherwise, there also execution. You will use it KRA to the point of torturing and then doing a postmortem. If you want to do that, then there's no need to do all those kind of things. But if you want to do it KRA, then you should know how to fix it. How will you fix it? Can you write down the point? How will you fix it? Again, there must be some framework. First, you understand the company's business projection, expansion, whatever the company has got, number one. So there is no negotiation on that part, right? Like Capgemini. How do you, like we discussed, 20,000 people they want to recruit. The KRA has to percolate down, right? Or somebody has merged, some company merged or acquired with it. So you should know the company's projection, activity number one. All of us, the key people, maybe 10 people, the chairman, everybody should know number one. Number two, once you did it, now how are you going to fix down the KRA KP? KRA KP, there must be some model, framework. Like everywhere we are talking model. Here also there should be some model. Which are the models? Simple model is must and wants. Must is what is to be clearly achieved. Don't write down, I want this, I want that, I want everything. Yeah. Consumer says, no, I want this, I want not that. What is that must? Yeah. One model. The second could be, that's a very simple one, very simple general one. The second thing which I used extensively, quantity, quality, time, and cost. Quality, time, and cost. Meaning by each KRA should have a quantity. Suppose HR guy, Capgemini wanted 20,000 people to be recruited in 3 months, quantity. 20 lakh people in 3 months is a quantity KRA or KRA KP. Quality, all these 20,000 people should have been recruited through proper JD, JA, competency-based recruitment, external environment, getting source from all the places. So it's a quality recruitment. That comes your quality KRA. Okay, quantity we already given. Time is 3 months. Okay, see everything how it percolates down. Cost, you are allowed 10 lakhs or 1 crore rupees for your advertisement or putting in social media or forming an interview committee or having interview committee in different parts of the world. All expenses, right? So for that also there needs to be budget. You cannot say that your recruiter will keep on putting the expenses into your account. No. Quantity, quality, time, and cost. That could be Second method. The third could be a SMART. Okay, what is SMART? What is SMART? S-M-A-R-T. Online, what is SMART? One is simple, I said, must and one. Two is quantity, quality, time, and cost. Third, I said SMART. What is SMART?
Specific, measurable.
Good, come on, good. S for specific, realistic, time bound. We can go through it. So if you see that everything counts, sometimes why it's achievable. Don't fix a target which is not achievable. At the end of the day, your all exercise goes to waste. Don't underfix a target. Don't do so much which is not achievable. Specific, measurable, like this, maybe quantity, quality, or time. Achievable, realistic, time bound. So all that model can be used. Third, the fourth one is like last time we discussed in the class. I don't know if you remember. Balanced scorecard method. What is balanced scorecard method? Did we discuss in the last time in the class? No. Balanced scorecard we didn't discuss. Okay. I thought I remember. Maybe your other class I discussed. Okay. What is balanced scorecard? Can you quickly go through Kaplan's balanced scorecard? Online student, go through KAPLAN, Kaplan balanced scorecard, which is the best practice used by all the multinationals. Kaplan's balanced scorecard, Norton and Kaplan, NOTN, Norton and Kaplan. They call it short form BSC, balanced scorecard by Kaplan and Norton. No, in the balance scorecard itself will be there. Norton and Kaplan. There will be 4 diagrams. Financial perspective, customer perspective. Yeah. There will be 4 process. Customer perspective, financial perspective, learning and growth, internal process like that, right? That is what called 4 balance. Amazon and all mostly using balance scorecard in their accounting, marketing, everywhere. Their balance sheet is prepared based on balance scorecard. Even your top management must be doing that. Since you are all in the middle management, you may or may not be aware of what your top management is doing. Now, once you are through, I'll explain what is balance scorecard. See, what balance scorecard means that each position or each individual or each function should contribute to the business from all 4 angles. how much as a marketing director I contributed financial improvement on my company. Could be improving the sales turnover, increasing the profitability, increasing the market share. That is coming into the financial side. So my KRA, KPA, 1 or 2 or 3 should be validated. Does it tally with financial part? Are you getting my point? As a marketing director, I have to contribute based on BSc requirement. What is the BSc requirement? First, finance. What are those 2, 3 KRA, KPA, which is linked towards my financial return to the company? Sales turnover more new market found out, more new product launched, more scheme has become better. This all comes under the financial. Now, what is customer perspective? Customer perspectives, my brand acceptance level, my customer satisfaction index, my customer rejection rate come down. Okay, and customer could be for a marketing director, both internal and external customer. External customer is the actual customer or consumer. Internal is his own employee, staffs. They are also customer. Or his internal customer or a dedicated, well-knitted team, coordinated team. So is there KRA, KPA is linking towards that customer perspective. If there is 12 KRA or 10 KRA, each one should be validated. Yes, this 2 is taken care of finance. This 2 should taken care of the customer. This 2 is taken care of learning. Like when you talk about governance, today we talk about governance. What happened to Satyam? What happened to Environ, the world level? Because the governance has not, they must have been when in the balance sheet, very profitable, very good growth, the ratios are going up, everything is going up. But at the end of the day, all of a sudden, everything is down because your governance KRA, KPA has not been taken care of. Auditing governance, due diligence. So that takes care of, that's the third one, na? Governance part, learning, governance, and process. Governance, we talk more about CSR, governance, and things like that. Then the fourth one is process, right? Can anyone of you read for me? Innovation learning process. Yeah. Other thing is that have you providing for a more of a HR related one? Have you providing for an innovative kind of working environment? The process are given to enable people. So finance, the marketing directors, KRA, KPA should come into all those 3, 4. In other words, you are validating. You written blah, 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 10, 15 KRA, which nothing takes care of this 4. Or by default or by mistake, it's taking for 1 or 2. But systematically, all the 4 is not taken care while fixing the KRA. So the first point is, how do we fix the KRA? One, we said there could be method or best practice, balance scorecard, could be your quantity, quality, could be must and wants, maybe smart. There could be many methods. These are and there is one MBO, management by objective. How do you fix the target into measurable form and fix it? These are the 4 or 5 methods or practices which can be used for fixing the KRA. Now, how do you do it? Based on that, I write it and give it to you. No, balance scorecard means a company should perform from all 4 angles. Financially, definitely. In the past 15 years back, we used to see the company performance by only analyzing the balance sheet, cash flow, profit and loss account. Today, people are not doing that one. People seeing whether I increase the mark. I don't mind my profitability has come down little, but have I invested more on brand development? Have I gone into new market? Otherwise, I'll get killed. Are you getting my point? What is the background of it? I mean, if I'm a smart marketing director, I will say, okay, I will not increase your expenditure. I'll give you the same sales over last year 10% more. So some chairman fixed it. I'm a marketing director. He says you have to improve the sales by 10%, increase the expenditure by 10%. This guy says, very well done. Okay, now the company will be loser. He will do some jugaadgiri to sell, but he has not invested money on market development, not on brand development, which will all cost you money, right? Brand development, people development, things like that. So he will leave. He will take the incentive and go after 2 years, right? But by that time, the market sales will come down like anything because, again, you're not done on that leading indicators, lagging indicators. You have not spent money on. So to avoid that thing, they said, no, we don't want simply finance only. Finance is needed, no doubt about it. But are you equally contributing in customer development? Are you developing an innovation? And today industries are thriving on innovation, collaboration. Are you propelling on innovation or only profit, profit, profit? This all is there. I can sustain. The word used sustain, sustainability, growth sustainability. And other thing, I don't know process. all of a sudden everything goes for a count. Now the fifth one, which is not reported in the balance scorecard, is if the Americans and all they started doing that fifth one, how is it CSR linked it? CSR linked it mean I'm making a good profit, growth is there, all the four is taken care of. Is it correct from CSR point of view? What's the environmental protection point of view? I mean, contributing to the society. I mean, taking care of the customer. They are trying to link that with that accounting. Simple accounting is profitable. Going by the CSR one, it is not profitable. They are writing that way. They just started. It's not picked up a large level because even balance scorecard itself taken recently, even like people like you are still not aware of it, it's still not come into picture. But those guys have done one step more. Your balance card, your profitability at what cost of CSR? You done it. You degraded environment, water, pollution, and all those kind of things. Or you are killing the customer by giving the wrong product, cheating the wrong product, all those kind of things. So is it a good balance sheet? So this is the background of balance scorecard. Okay, these are the methods we should keep for fixing the response. Now, this is the best practice. Now, how do we do it? You issue a KRA statement to X or Y, sir. This is your KRA statement, on achievement. Means it will go to the first step. We are not working in a development manner. We are wanting just to fix it. Or we don't know, execute. If I have to fix it, keeping that in view, my projection, keeping that in view, all those best practices, I have to invite him. Like Capgemini wanted 20 lakhs. You are the HR head, HR director. Please give me your plan. How you want to do it? We want it in 3 months. We want 20 lakhs. We want people spread over Asia and Europe and everywhere. This is what we want. Business needs it. We cannot help it. Now can you do it? So this guy comes for a thorough discussion. He will say instead of 2 months, maybe 3 months or 3.5 months or 2 months itself. So we have to negotiate. If he says 3 months, then I can talk to him. How can you make it 2 months? What's extra support I can give? See, again, everywhere it's a feedback development oriented, not that gunshot. Do it. What if we do gunshot, he will go through 6 months, 1 year, he will go through torture and he will leave. He will leave, I lost him. And plus the company will also go back. So that is what the execution is more important. There's a book called Execution by Ramcharan. Read that book, very good book. That's the very best book in the world. By Ramcharan. Execution. The title of the book itself, Execution. Ramcharan. He was one of the known strategists today. Okay. Now, fixing it means I have to negotiate with him. I wanted 2 months. He says, no, I cannot make it 2 months. I can make it probably 4 months. Okay. I cannot bully him. I can probably come again. How can you make it 2 months? What extra support? That probably after all the support, he says, no, sir, not 2 months, not 4 months. We can come to 3 months. 3 months possible. So it's mutually, genuinely discussed and respected, right? It is not forced upon. That is where again people they make a mess in fixing the KRA KP. Number one. Number two, in that one, then he will also ask for all other facilities. Whether he's going to use advertisement, whether he's going to use a consultant, whether he's going to use extensively different people engaged in different people. All those things he will give. So mutually discussed and fixed, not that one-sided given. So many people, the fixation of KRA done on an ad hoc manner. The word is consult, mutually discuss, mutually come to a conclusion. That is the first step of a KRA KP. Okay, now the second thing is that how many KRAs we have? 5, 10, 20. It depends upon, there is a standard KRA for different position, whichever position you want, I'll take it. HRA, business development, HR or business development or anything. So that's a standard KRA. But company to company, year to year, the scope will change. Like maybe one company, more recruitment this side. One company, more relieving people. IBM, for example. And one day they decided to relieve so many people because our business is shrinking. Dell, for example, they reorganize the business. We want many people who are not fitting to our new role. Either they have to be retrained or they have to be released by paying a Holden handshake. So the KRA KPA, again, though the standard KRA for you can say for HR means recruitment, training and development, compensation, fixation, appraisal cycle done. All those could be KRA, and each one there's a KPA, which is a standard one. For this company, for this year, which two KRA, which can contribute 80% of the company return. You're getting that becomes another model. Today, this time, only recruitment becomes 80% weightage. Okay. Or only relieving people or retraining people, another company. Or the company merged it like Dell from a, procuring and selling laptop, they got into security. The whole business, to what extent people can be trained, retained, or golden handshake. So the KRA fixation not get lost with the theoretical 10-15 kind of one. The company, that particular year, what it needs. This is the method and the practices. Now, do you want to like to see practically how a KRA KPI looks? Which position you want to see? HR, business development, finance. This has got 5-6 positions. This is one is general manager commercial, it was finance. Those company was calling it commercial, general manager finance. I have KRA, KPA for all this position. Then there is one I have for HR. There is one I for business development. Okay, which one you want to take? The easiest one is HR, last one. Which one you want to take? This whole folder is with you. Huh?
The business development.
Business development, yeah. Online is asking for business development. All of you are okay? Okay, let's see. This is for accounts and finance, the first one. Yeah, this I have one, head business development for pharmacy and retail. Okay, this is the position. There are 7-8 positions I have. This folder is already in your LMS. Okay. Now let us take typically how a pharmacy head business development KRA become. As I said, we are given a standard KRA particular time for that unit. But every year, the KRA instead of having 8-10, we should reduce to 3-4. Or you have 8-10. But 80% of the weightage should be given to the 2-3, which is critical. The other things can be broken into 34. So let's take this one, for example. Now, this is a pharma company. They had 26 accounts that time. Now, first business development, they said lead generation is a KRA. What is KRA? Key result area, which is the area in which you're supposed to contribute, or a contribution area, which will be abstract, which will be subjective, which will not be objective, which will not be metric. But KP, on the other hand, has to be objective, has to be metric, has to be measurable, has to be at least in the form of quantity, quality, time, and cost. Okay, the KRA is a abstract one. It's a broader area. Business development, obviously, all of you know, it starts with lead generation, right? Within the lead generation, when you break into KPA, the KPA has to be in terms. If there is no number, if there is no metrics, if there is no objectivity, then that's not a KPA. Okay, now see, for example, even I have not seen it for a long time. So lead generation is the one KRA, and in which if you see each one, there is a number. If you see the second one, 1.2, shortlist and PMUP hospital details, place and address with the plan of conducting and meeting details, maybe 15 hospital, 10 places to be visited and contacted for expanding the business opportunity, which comes a clear-cut KPA, right? 15 hospitals, 10 places to be covered. Okay. Now see, attend so many business-related association and seminars, conferences to collect the lead information. I mean, globally, nationally, unless the guy goes and meets that place, how will he get the lead? Now come to that second one, for example, effective marketing. Prepare or modify the existing dossier, whatever marketing dossier you have, and service portfolio, value chain, design value for a different set of requirements in so many months. If it's a startup company, you don't have a product portfolio, you don't have a dossier. business development, that's the basic, or even your website, or even your social media marketing strategies. All those things have to be brought in mind for a business development, right? Today, if you don't have a social media marketing strategy or your website and your all dossiers, all your digital marketing, all those things, if it is not there, you cannot get into business development, right? So it says in how many months you get in. Now, the third one, third point, evaluate the main competitors' models of service in the same line and identify the gap, and whatever the competitors are giving a value to X solution. Can I create that unmet need? Can I give that extra solution to that people? I mean, you don't get confused with the business development one, but just since you touched that topic, I have to go through it. Probably KRE could have been, HR could have been smoother. So now, business development is not that complicated also. Now, this guy has to understand the competitors' way of working. What is that unmet need? Now, I told you in the last class, like Zepto, all of you heard about Zepto, no? What is Zepto? You know about Big Basket, right? Yeah. What is the difference between Big Basket and Zepto? Zepto has come. So Zepto has come when? Just only few months back. Who promoted, you know? Who promoted? 3, 4, 19, 20 years old guys. How much money they borrowed, you know? From venture capital, 600 crores. Whom they are taking competition, you know? Tata's Big Basket. Get it? That I don't know, dropped out or not dropped out. Really, guys, 19 to 21 years old, they come up with a new business model, unmet need. In my language, there's an unmet need. What is marketing? You have to address that unmet need. Identify the customer's need or unmet need. Market. What is the market difference between sales and marketing management? Marketing management are related to business development is identifying the customer's unmet need or create a new need. Okay, for example, I'm traveling heavily, so I cannot go to in front of bathroom to shave. Can you give some small handy electric shaver? Which this guy sit in the aircraft and do it. You know, create a need. Is an unmet need or create a need? This guy doesn't know I need it. You create. One, to give that product, valuable product. You created a need, give the product. Give the right price. Again, I'm using only your marketing. I'm not going out of. Give a right product, give a right price, give a right promotion, advertisement, and give a right distributorship. At the end, I bought it, I'm happy, I used it. So this is marketing management, practically. Identifying an unmet need, either an existing need or an old need, giving product accordingly, pricing it accordingly, promoting it accordingly, distributing accordingly. At the end, I feel I'm happy. I bought for 5, 6 years back, I bought Honda car. Hardly used it. 5 years, I used it 30,000. Okay, which means I used what? But the money you spend is maybe 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. You should feel bad, right? I felt happy. That is what customer satisfaction, right? Logically, you see, even not only that, many people they're buying a car and all this and that, all. It is not actually the need, use. At the end, are they happy? I felt it. Oh my God, though I'm not using it, I'm not needed it, but I don't feel 1 minute pinch on my pocket. I wasted 25 lakh rupees on this car. I'm happy. So that is what the customer, so the whole cycle is done. That is called marketing management. Simply karke bake ke aaya, that's called sales management. Once in a while, shortcut man. So this marketing management will survive. So here we are talking about, when you talk about marketing management, business development, all those kind of things, you need to have a dossier, you need to have a right kind of website, you need to have that kind of, so all those things have to be captured. What kind of social media will come? What kind of social media generation you'll take it up? What is going to be a digital, this thing in that one? How attractive is going to be dossier? All will become your KPI, right? And all has to come in numbers. So like this, it goes on here. You guys go through it better. And the corporate management, how you are submitting weekly progress report to the corporate management. So all those things have to be now broken into, there are 2 models down. See, you have 6, 4. Out of 4, which one you are going to give what weightage? The weightage can keep changing depending upon the business, depending upon the year. Okay. So you have 10, 15 KRA, only 2 KRAs may come here. So the meaning by the guys have to achieve more depending upon the business need. If you achieve more on this thing, not this one, it will not help the company, right? So at the end of the day, so you will get a feedback. It's not that we are not saying this is not necessary. But after doing all those things, this weightage should also be more. This has to be captured in your KRA KP. Now come down, balance scorecard one, which we discussed. Yeah. This which is already captured in your KPI. If you see the KRA, the lead generation, this is a summary. You got a lead generation on KRA. I'm not going word to word because it will take a lot of time. You know that you have to spend only one position will take you 2 hours. I'm just giving a sample of it so that you guys can go and read it yourself, right? If you go to point, I mean, we cannot cover many things what we have to cover, but you're all experienced, guys. So this you already have a reference there. Okay, now come down to balance scorecard. So you got 6, 4 here, incidentally 4. If you see HR, probably I've seen 8. So out of 4, 1 seems to be more. All other 3 also equally important, but here 1 seems to be more. Now come down the balance. This balance scorecard, how it is captured in balance scorecard. See, financial perspective. Which are the KRE comes under the finance? Target business development comes under. Effective marketing comes under the perspective, customer perspective. Like you are having a social media, you're having a good website, customer brand image getting approved, customer getting awareness more. That all comes under the customer. Whatever activities done there, it will captured here. Okay. The third is lead generation, internal process. How are you going to create a lead generation? The fourth is learning and growth. Learning and growth could be your number of people taken, number of training you're given, what kind of corporate management given. So all those KRA KP, in other words, like a chemistry, we talk about validating. If whatever KRA KP fixing, you better validate. Does it come in the angle of balance scorecard? If it comes in that, to a large extent, your job is very professionally done. Otherwise, you are also fixing colloquially. Most of the organizations, still there is no difference between job description and KRA KP, number 1. Number 2, if there is a KRA also, they'll give you 20, 30. They themselves don't know how to measure. So
Professor,
what is not measured is not managed.
Sorry,
right?
Professor.
No problem. What is not measured is not managed. So if you have a limited KRA, meaningful KRA, and fixed with balance scorecard and things like that, it's easy for you. So in nutshell, we talked about what is balance, what is KRA. We talked about balance KRA.
Professor, I have one question here. Can you
please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, right? Okay, when we look at a balance scorecard,
yeah.
the 4 parameters, is it like, they should have some sort of a, similar weightage on the
No. Weightage need not be similar. Depends upon company to company, the year to year.
Okay, but then what?
But at least 20% weightage should be given to all.
Okay.
If you
I
say
mean, I
that
was just looking
touch,
at the weightage that you showed there.
No, you don't go by that weightage. I mean.
Okay. And the fact that, we are talking, I mean, I'm just thinking about what is balanced in that.
So no, balance means all the 4 areas you should contribute. You are only contributing to, like I given an example, you are contributing heavily to finance. You increase the market share, you got the sales over increase, you got profitability.
It doesn't mean you have to have all of them equally weighted, is it?
So it is by doing all those things, financially you contributed very well, KRA KP. But when I look at you at the customer perspective, your brand image has gone down, your customer satisfaction has gone down. It will not affect this year. It will affect the next year. By the time you are gone, my company will be in a soup. Are you getting my point? Or even if you are there, due to your own ignorance, again I have to start from the scratch. By the time I don't know which competitor will come in today.
Okay. Yeah, at least I think the point that you made about having 20% weightage minimum.
Minimum should be there.
Yeah, so that kind of it gets some balance into the score. Otherwise, the numbers when I looked at, I was
No, don't go by the number. Whatever number anywhere I given, it's all just this thing. But as your question is clear, balance means at least 20% you should take all this one. Somewhere it could be more.
Thank you.
But if not 20, at least 15. So that some area which needs more that particular area. Maybe this year, for example, this company is already doing well. You don't need 20% weightage on finance. Give 10-15%, but give more on marketing, customer centric, 40%. If I give more on customer centric this year, next year I will be taken care of, right? When I'm already doing a good business in terms of my brand, my product, my acceptance, my profitability is already doing well. Okay, so probably I don't have to give 20% to finance. I give to 10-15%, but I give more to 40% to marketing. This is going to propel me next year or sustain me next year. Correct. Or you already startup company, you already invested more on customer centric and all those things. Now the coming year I have to give more weightage to finance. Otherwise I'll not be able to survive. I've already pumped in, doing a lot of startup company, customer centric, process centric, and all those kind of. But there has to be a time by which finance should come in, right? Finance. So now it's balancing. The point is, are you aware? Are you aware performance of the company? What is performance management? What is KRAKP? Performance of the company, cascading down to function wise, team wise, individual wise. So there is nothing like individual. Everything is coming from the top. So when it comes down, for each one is not doing it this way, financially, customer centric, learning process, innovation, and all those things, then you cannot reach the top, right? The situation will demand. There's no stereotype. Nobody can give you this way, take this thing and all. That requires your intelligence, customization. Surgeon has to surgery. Now, of course, robots and all started surgerying it. I don't know whether here all of us will be able to. This cannot be transactional, putting mechanical. This has to be more strategic, more transformational while taking the decision. Sorry? That all come under you have the third one, na? What you call it? Process, learning, and growth. See, they captured forward, like I told you guys, we talk 10, 20 words. These guys, when they're taken they've taken many things into them. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Business report. Nah, yeah. Behavioral is here. Here, your company calls it behavior. Here, it's coming into something learning and process things related. Right? The names could be different. Again, you don't have to use the same thing. But does it come in that parameter? The name used could be different. Good point, you raised it. Somebody can say target oriented, which could be financial. Target achievement is a finance, right? What is target achievement? Finance. What you said behavioral is what? Learning, love, development, process, and growth. Like I said, if people have to add now CSR and governance. Because now companies are getting funds and survival more on CSR and governance. That's also included. And that means your company is already doing well. So any question on this thing? So I don't want, I'm not getting into detail about it, but are you getting a feel of it? How a KRA will look at, how a KPA will look at, what are the practices to be used in KRA KPA fixation? Okay, in terms of question, if it comes exam, at the end of the day, your KRA, what is your KRA? How you are going to write in your exam, right? That's your KRA. So when you are going to write in your exam, what kind of questions will come? What do you mean by KRA? What is the best practices used in KRA? What is the difference between KRA and KPA? What is balance scorecard? What is the relevance of balance scorecard in fixing KRA? These are the questions can come in, right? What is job analysis? What is job description? What is the difference between job analysis and job description? Correct. These are the questions will come. On the terminology wise, what all we use today's terminology? Balance scorecard, KRA, KPA, job analysis, job description, responsibility, roles. What are the terminology we used it? So there are different ways of learning it, right? I'm just recapturing it. So pick up the terminology, pick up the frameworks. What are the frameworks we talked about? We talked about quantity, quality, time and cost. We talked about balance scorecard. We talked about SMART. What all we talked about? So if you, in every class, you just pick up only those kind of things. Terminologies, frameworks, concept. You should not go to read and come and write an exam here. Correct. Whatever investment you are putting here, you're investing, right? 3 hours, it's an investment. I'm not talking investment only money. Money may be costly. To me, money is not costly. Time. 3 hours you are sitting, right? The 3 hours strategically we are investing. What for? Not just getting it to go, right? Gain it to take it, institutionalize it into your life. What is the minimum goal? The other word I use maximum. Minimum goal, maximum goal. What is minimum goal? Clearing your exam, getting your MBA degree. That is, I use the word minimum goal. What is maximum goal? Institutionalizing all this learning into your profession, into your career, in your life. That is the maximum goal. Are we here for maximum goal or minimum goal? Minimum goal, all of you will clear it. Yeah, don't worry. There's no use of it. So you concentrate on maximum goal. If you concentrate on maximum goal, minimum goal is already taken care of. But if you can concentrate on minimum goal, neither is taken care of. Because you concentrate on minimum goal without understanding overall picture. So it'll have difficulty. If you have to read the book, you know how big is a book? Have you seen the book? Have you seen the number of chapters? It's not going to be easy if you get lost. So if you read this way, concepts and framework, and every class we are discussing possible questions, and I'm going to give you that question also. So it should be love and fun as far as the minimum goal is concerned. But the true asset test is how I am taking to the maximum. And at your age, at your level, at your position, at your life to career. I hope I'm talking sense, right? Correct? And
Yes,
rest
sir.
assured about your passing the exam. All of you will pass. It's not that difficult. Come to the class, attend the class, online, offline. I'm talking about me. I suppose same with all other faculty. And is there any difficulty found it in this? We already had 6 or 9 hours, right? Any difficulty in learning and understanding, right? No, no difficulty, right? Absolutely no, right? Okay, any questions you want to ask on this? Or anything related to this? Or then we'll discuss a little more about your assignments. Yeah, first assignment we discussed. Okay, first assignment is that I want you guys to get into Harvard article. Or this, many of you were not there. We are discussing with few of you, I think. Or Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad articles. Only those 2, not any article, and non-HR related. Either from HR, HPR, Harvard Business Review, which you will not get it easily, expensive. Come to library, the library must have subscribed it. You can get it, or if your organization has got it, do it. I don't have any objection. Or if you have to download it, it may be expensive. Find it out. And I am Ahmedabad, it is not that expensive. Okay. Take each group, take one article. And I also talk to you how you are going to make a presentation. Which is a template. You read 120-page article. So how many slides you will have? 6 slides only. So some of you are not there when we started. We started discussing. You are there when we started slides? We started about only 6 slides. First slide is title. Value creation by HR, published in 2010 by so-and-so author. That's the first one. Second is, what is the objective of this article? The objective of the article is to understand how HR can really add value, or how performance management system can be effective. You know, you will take up something, or how the effective training really improves the company's profitability. It could be anything in that article, you'll get it. See, every article is written with some objective. Any author writes an article or a case study, first he gets his objective clear. What I'm going to write in this article. Then he will put all stories, tamashas here and there. But he'll be clear with that objective, whenever, whatever. So each article, each case study, if you see it carefully, that has got an objective which goes through beginning till end. So you put it in the second slides. This is the objective of this article. Third and fourth, you put facts. Whatever you understood, the stories and messages and everything, put it in a concise form. Fifth one could be your conclusion. Fifth and sixth, again, interrelated learning. Either you combine both conclusion and learning, or make it separate. Conclusion, what did I learn out of this one? Okay, conclusion and learning, that's it. Don't make anything more. And while reading also, don't get carried away. Don't get panicky. Take a pencil and this thing. Keep this parameter in mind. You will definitely get easy for you. One reading, understand pencil here and there. Second reading, pick up the points for this one. That's all. If you think that 26 pages you are trying to swim around and take everything into your head, you're getting to, I use a word called growth tragedy, growth trap. I want to get everything I've learned, you are gone. You gone to the lawyer's chamber, right? He kept books here and there everywhere. I'm also a lawyer, all of you know, na? So we keep books here and there. Do you think that guy is reading every book? He knows which case, which book to be taken, which page to be done. Some complaints, something is not done. Suppose some sales tax you are not paid. You will go quickly. What is the non-compliance? What is the punishment provided? 5 minutes you will reach there. You have to read the whole book. Maybe thousands of acts. How many acts in law we teach? Maybe 40 acts. When I read, when I was doing, it was 10 acts per year, I think, 30 acts, plus some other exercise and things like that. Maybe I read it because of my interest in labor law and all, I read another 40 lakhs. Maybe I read 100 acts. Maybe good advocates could have, but over the period, many problem will come and will pick up that book. And one need to know what book to be picked up what, that is a knowledge you must have. And picked up that act also, you're not going through ABCD. Gone. You will know non-compliance means lastly will come the penalty part. Let me see that. Scope will come in the initial part of it. So like this only, you guys get the habit of reading it. First read with a pencil and paper, but keep these parameters in mind. What is this article? Why this guy is writing this article? What story is he trying to connect it? And what is the conclusion? Read this practice and tell me as an experience. Does it really work? It makes your life easier as a strategy to read it or not? I hope it is, but I want to get the learning from you guys. I mean, for me reading, you reading, they're different. For me, even very big books also, I don't take more than half an hour. I read the first page, I'll see that abstract, I see in between what is it trying to say, I'll see the conclusions, and then I'll be able to, oh, this guy is able to do it. See, if at all something I'm more interested, I go to that page. Okay, so a lot of apps are available. Summarized book is given in the apps, right? 50 best books. You get one app, you can read through app itself. So you guys get into that habit. It makes your life easy, fun, no panicky. Whatever you do, it should be love and fun, right? Not that you're into panicky or running away from that, or I cannot do that. So do that and practice it and let me know. First assignment. Since your time, we'll also close about sooner, tomorrow, yesterday. HR. And with this template, you do it. That's all. Yeah, first assignment. Okay, online students clear?
Yes, clear. But the first assignment is for.
It's a group assignment. It's a group assignment. Only Harvard article or IIM Ahmedabad article. 2, the template is given. Okay. Small is beautiful. I don't want big tamasha of 20-30 slides.
Okay.
And time given will be only 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
You see, talking 1 hour with 30 slides is easy. Talking with 5 slides, covering the whole thing in 10 minutes is going to be a challenge. And if you learn that competency, that comes into the general learning goals. If you learn that competency, it's going to give you a big success in your life, professionally.
So when we have to complete this assignment, first assignment?
Yesterday.
Done, sir.
Done.
Next, whichever date, right? I think groups I need to talk to people. I'm told they are combined both section, which may or may not work out. I'll talk to Rajan sir and come back to you tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
So the first one is over. What about the next one? I given you idea, you accepted it. Next one, you give an idea, I will accept it. How you want to do the next one? You have to do 2 assignments, right? Which is very important for your examination pattern. How do you want to do second one? There could be many methods, not that. And let's not repeat that one. You give some idea, otherwise I'll give an idea.
Give us idea, sir.
Sorry?
Give us idea.
Oh my God. It's already 4:30. I'm standing in front of you. You're all youngsters. My ideas are gone away.
Sir, can we do this? Can we create an interview? I mean, the company interview process schedule within the group, how it goes, how the qualities of the HRM to discuss within the group.
So you want, say, what I understand is you want to do a role play. You want to take up,
yes, exactly.
You want to take up a best HR practices.
Exactly.
I'm taking your idea.
Idea from my side.
Yeah. No, good idea. We'll list down what she says. I'm building up more. See, each group will come up with it. We are two team senior. I made them to do this thing. We take up. There are many best practices. Employee engagement, best employer concept, PCMM 5. There are 10, 15 best of the concepts which is emerging. Okay, HR scorecard, HR scorecard. How can you design and create HR scorecard for a company? So like that, we'll have 10, 15 concepts, and each group work on that. Best HR practices. Few I already best employer concept, employee engagement concept, competency mapping, PCMM 5. Like this, there are many. So each group take one concept, best practices. At the end of the day, you should also know the best practices of HR, right? So 15 or 16 best practices learn, all of you learn best together. And you save my time. Otherwise, I'm supposed to talk one day on the best HR practice, which may not be possible. Time will not permit. Can you do that? Do you like that one? Then again, you have to coordinate amongst yourself. Only one group will do one HR practice. Or at the most, we can take two groups doing the same. So that we know two groups, competitive level, how they done it. Meaning by best employer, who is the best employer in global, who is the best employer in Canada, who is the best employer in Europe, who is the best employer in India, what did they do, what are the learning from that. It's a good HR. PCMM 5, which are all of you know PCMM 5, right? What is PCMM 5? People capability maturity model 5 is supposed to, if you have PCMM 5 level, means your HR is very matured level in your organization. Okay, now what is PCMM 5? Which are the Indian companies under PCMM 5? What they did to reach that PCMM 5? Correct. KRA, KPA, we already did it. Even one of you can even do, how do we go about, what are the best practices, methods and model approaches in designing KRA, KPA? What is competency mapping and competency based recruitment or interview? You can generate some 10, 12 best HR practices. Do people want to go with this method? Come on, offline. Is it okay? Or something else, huh? Sorry? Not any concept, the best HR practice. Then they will come out recruitment selection also. Like I use the word, right? PCMM 5, employee engagement, Gallup survey and employee engagement.
So this should be basically, we should research on the best practices of HR and we should present in front of you. That's the motive
correct. I have already given few, that level.
Oh.
PCMM 5 has to be there. Best employer should be there.
Yeah.
Competency based HRM should be there. Employee engagement with the Gallup survey should be there. KRA, KPA best practices model 5 I have given you. You take out any 15, not the routine concepts of HR, some best practices of HR.
The motive is to research and study.
Like for example, cultural dimensions of HR, which are the cultural models of HR, like Hofstede's model, and there are 4 or 5 cultural models of HR. You ask some question. You are asking some question.
No, sir. No, sir. I was just discussing about the motive of the assignment. It's just like research and study. We should research each best practices and we should put a study on that, right?
Yeah. See, try to understand, all of you. If you seriously implement it, what I say, if you learn 11 HR articles, if you learn 10, 12 best HR practices, what is that you have not learned? Tell me. Even Harvard Business cannot have this kind of curriculum. Correct. For that, each team has to work and the other team should listen. I don't have doubt about the team preparing and presenting, but I have all the doubt about other team listening and learning. Correct? Huh? And unfortunately, there is no system to catch you guys. You are listening and not listening. Correct? If there is a validation system, which one can work out, but there's no time. And there's no point in just chasing, you can take only the horse to the river, right? The horse should drink the water there. So according to me, if you have, I'm giving you from an experiential point of HR. I'm going to give you your PPT of basic book. Okay, 2. You are working on the Harvard 10-12 article. You are working on the 10-12 best HR practices. I think this is the best curriculum HR can cover it up. So can you work out on? And it's not difficulty. One team to work on employee engagement lineup material is there. And in the process, anybody wants anything, call me. I will solve your problem in 2 minutes. I will not take on I may take time to respond to you, but I'll solve your problem in 2 minutes. Correct? Somebody asks, sir, how do you go about your best employer? I'll tell you in 2 minutes. How do you go about it? Somebody wants to know that PCM5 I will go about, I'll tell you. Okay, that I'll help you. I will not ask you to get lost and losing your interest and things. That I'm there. What I have to do, I'll do. But what you have to do, please do. And all of you will get marks. Don't worry about marks. Mark will keep it somewhere, some median. Not very good, not very bad. We'll give it something. Correct. We are not going by a bell curve system. Nah? You know bell curve, right? Only few gets top, few have to fail. Others comes into middle level. So you want a bell curve system? No. It's just an absolute grading system. Bell curve is a relative grading system. So all of you are going by relative grading system. Sorry, absolute. Relative grading system we had in IIT 40 years back. Only 1 or 2 guys will get A+ grade. 2 guys have to fail. Even if you achieved 70 marks, you have to fail because you're coming in the bottom of the marks. That has got plus and minus, but it's okay. But here you are not giving that bell curve or relative grading, absolute grading. So it's easy for you, fun for you guys. Done? Any other question? So this is how I'm thinking. Still, if you have any better suggestion, you're most welcome for the second assignment. The second assignment, still you have time. But time where? Time will run like anything, right? When is your exam? End-term exam? June. Okay. So April, May. Still you have 2 months. Okay, not bad. So you can have it in April, one presentation. Both presentation will take in April itself or April and May. I don't know how many classes you left out. Now we had, this is third session, right? Second only.
Second, sir.
Yes, second, 6 hours. Okay. How many hours you are allotted?
Can we keep it to April 1 and then from May 1? Sorry.
No. April, how many classes we have? 2. 3, 6. May also 6. Okay, every month you have 6 classes. In that 1, 6 will go, 3 or 6 will go for your own activity. So I'm left out with what? So I'm planning to touch on your training and development, PMS system, and labor law compliance. 3 major I want to touch. You can have one thing on the change management also, the best practices. Quarters change management. KOTTR, quarter. KOTTR, quarters change management. Done? Any question? Online, any question before we say bye-bye for today?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
All sick and tired. You just say, sir, leave us. We can go out to the mall or somewhere else. It's already Sunday evening, no? Saturday, oh.
No,
So you
sir.
have tomorrow also, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Still, you can go to the mall. Today evening also you can go to the mall. How many of you are trying to go to mall today evening?
No, we have raining here.
Not today, sir. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay, guy. I'm happy that you're openly admitting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, then we can wind up. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very
guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
much, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
you.